The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
What's up? Hang on a minute, keep going. I've not plugged my computer in. Hang on. There we go. I think we're going to adopt that song as the show's anthem. Tonight, we are only playing versions of Africa by Toto. That's all we're going to do. It's all we're going to do, whether it be by children, whether it be instrumental versions, whether it be karaoke versions, whatever. If you can find an interesting version of Africa by Toto on YouTube, send it to me, guys. Ian at iainlee.com. That's what we're here tonight. It's a bank holiday and by rights. So who's in Toto? It was members of Yes, wasn't it, Catherine? I'm asking the wrong person!
I know.
I believe it was members of Yes, but I don't know which members of Yes. Certainly
You mean
wasn't.
they weren't from Africa?
No.
Gosh.
Hurry, boy, she's waiting just for you. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give me a call. Bank holiday Monday. Catherine Bowles in the studio.
Yes.
We've just been to see Deadpool 2.
I'd not seen Deadpool 1, but it turns out it don't matter.
It don't matter. Very sweary.
Sweary, silly
I've forgotten
film.
how sweary it was, but great. A great movie, I would say. Ryan Reynolds really is a dish. Isn't he?
I would say some great dialogue, if sweary, some good set plays.
Yeah.
Not quite a family favourite, but, you know, if you've got rid of the kids for the weekend, then it's definitely one to watch. 2 thumbs up.
Do they still show, like, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and the Rat Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim on bank holidays? Is that still the standard? Is that still the standard fare?
I don't know. Everyone sort of goes to the DVDs, or
they do. I don't think TV really bothers anymore. I don't think TV bothers anymore. And why should it bother anymore?
It was always The Sound of Music, wasn't it, on a bank holiday?
Never seen it. Although, no, I've never seen this. I've seen bits of it. I've never seen it. They were showing it at the cinema the other day, and I nearly booked us tickets for that instead of that weird French film we saw.
Okay, well, I do like The Sound of Music.
So do I, when it sounds like this. Hurry, boy, she's waiting just for you.
Is that the only lyric you know?
Asim? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi there.
Am I through to Ian?
You are through to me.
Hello, hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Excellent. I literally just saw a hashtag on Twitter about free speech, Tommy Robinson. Is that the topic?
That's the hashtags on the Periscope. Yes, I got into the vibe. EDL, hashtag Tommy Robinson, hashtag free speech. Yes, it is.
Sure. I just wanted to weigh in then, if that's okay.
Weigh in then.
Okay, so as a sort of British Muslim, okay, born and raised here.
Yep.
I find it interesting that Tommy Robinson is, getting headlines, okay?
Yeah.
This guy has been extracting donations from his kind of rural half-wit followers for years.
Yeah.
Okay? This guy is perpetuating his own property business. That is it.
Hang on, Asim, with respect.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he had a property business. I didn't know that until you just mentioned it.
So, he's a convicted mortgage fraudster, number one.
Okay.
And that's just, that's a fact.
Okay.
He's actually said on camera that, he's a millionaire and he owns, I think, upwards of 7 properties.
Right.
And we know he's not going to get a mortgage because, he's a convicted fraudster. Right. So he is extracting donations.
Well, hang on a second. You can't say that because you don't know that. You have no evidence that he's. Where is? First of all, where? Show me the link where he's asking for donations.
Okay, so he has got multiple platforms.
Okay, and show me one of
PayPal.
Okay,
it's all over the place.
Well,
so, for example,
send me to. I've got the internet up here.
Sure.
Go Ogle. If you tell me where I can go and see that he's asking for donations.
Tommy Robinson. Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Red Pill Media. So he works with a few people. One of them's called Kalen.
I don't care about them. I want to know where Tom.
No.
Asim,
he can't ask right now. Ian, he can't ask right now.
Well, then so since he's gone to prison, he's taken down all of those websites where he's asking for donations. Has he?
No.
Right, send me to
bank accounts.
You have made no. Listen, you have made a really big claim that should be really easy to back up. Show me.
2 weeks ago, I saw it in person. 2 weeks ago, and it's on YouTube. 2 weeks ago, he had a little rally, okay, called the Day for Freedom. Okay.
Show me a link. Show me a link where he's asking.
So you
for
want
money.
me to send you the YouTube video?
No. I want you've come on and you've said that he's asking people for money so that he can, and this is what you've worked out, Columbo, so that he can fund his property business. Well, the second thing is supposition, but we haven't even got that far yet because you've not been able to show me a link, of which I thought there were loads, where he's asking for funds.
Okay, let's have a look.
Well, you've got the fact that you've got to look and you're struggling to find it says that maybe your argument isn't quite as clear cut as you thought it was.
Tommy Robinson -Rebel, the Rebel UK. Hold on, just type in Tommy Robinson.
No. I don't. You Google search it. I don't need to find it. You're the one that's made the spurious claim. Now give me the evidence.
You think he doesn't accept donations, Ian?
Give me the evidence.
So you're saying he doesn't accept donations?
I'm saying give me the evidence.
It's everywhere.
No, well, you say it's everywhere, and yet you've been unable to find any of it.
He's got illegal funding. I can show you.
Show me. This is what I'm asking.
Google donate Tommy Robinson.
Give me. I'm not going to.
The more intelligent point is to understand that the guy doesn't even believe what he's saying.
Well, no, hang on a second. We can't address the second point until you've come on and you've said something that could potentially get you in a lot of trouble legally.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you've libelled somebody, yes, it could.
So by me saying that he actively accepts donations, that's slander, is it?
No, it's libel. And you've not actually.
I'm going by his interviews.
Okay, it's libel. And if it's not true, and that's not actually what you said. You said something different. Do you remember what you said?
I said that the guy has been extracting donations and leading people up a garden path for many years now.
No, that's not what you said.
I was going to say...
No. I don't care what you're going to say.
He has on video
Tell me what you said.
I'll finish. On video, Ian, he has mentioned his property portfolio many times.
No, okay? you've joined two things. I can find the video, but
clearly I'm not going to memorise a YouTube URL, am I?
You've joined.
I'm not going to be.
You've joined two things. Okay, maybe he's got a property business. I didn't know about that. Maybe he asked for donations. You've not been able to. But you've said that he asked for donations.
Ian, I'm on the phone to you. I can't memorise a URL for a YouTube video.
You can't phone.
Okay, fine. Let's just assume it.
No, I can't assume something that is potentially libelous. I can't do that.
Okay, fair enough. I completely understand, but he does accept donations.
Okay, could you show me? Could you show me where?
I can.
Do you want to call back a bit later when you've had a look at it?
No, because I just wanted to proceed to the more pertinent point.
I can't let you proceed to the more pertinent point until you've proven the first point.
So what proofs do you want? You want a proof that he accepts donations?
That will do for starters, yes.
Okay, so how about a video?
No, I'm a little bit busy doing. I'm
in his own words.
I'm a little bit busy doing a radio show. Surely, if he's asking,
I couldn't make the point I wanted to.
Well, that's your problem. If he's asking, the thing about free speech is you've got to be really, really careful, and you can't libel people. So if he's asking for donations as much as you say he is. Then surely it'll be on like his website. It'd be like you can donate here.
I can show you a video where he's asked for it. Like on video, he's asked for it. That should do, right?
Well, no, not really, because I need. Surely, if he's asking for donations, it will be on a website, like a link, a PayPal link, or something like that.
It's on his website.
Brilliant. Tell me where to go.
TommyRobinson.online.
Okay, there we go. So we go to Tommy Robinson.
.online.
Yep. Okay.
And there's a support button.
Hang on. The internet's a little bit
no
slow.
problem.
Support. Right. Yep.
And there's a method to make a donation. Brilliant. And he's on video. Ask for them.
Okay. That's brilliant. So we've got that. So that's the first half of the first point you made. The second half. The libelous half.
It's stuff I've seen on interviews of his.
No. The second half where you say. Because I don't think you've remembered what you said, so I'm going to remind you if you don't mind.
No problem.
You said he's extracting donations from his followers. Okay, he's asking for donations, which he then uses to fund his property business. That's the bit I don't believe. Where's your evidence for that?
Okay, so I've seen interviews of his on YouTube, right, which is where most people watch things these days. And he's talked about being a millionaire and owning.
Okay. I think we're getting a little bit carried away, and you've just got to have evidence. Anyway, it's not a road I want to go down, and I think we could. I think there are still ongoing court things going on, so we will back away from that. But thanks very much. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
344 499 1000 is the telephone number. You remember we had Nico on a few weeks ago who'd been to make a video at the EDL. He's made a follow-up. He's had lots of racist abuse sent his way as a result of that, and he's made a follow-up. And man, it's funny. I've tweeted it. If you want to follow out Iain Lee on Twitter, you can see it there. Good evening, Stu.
How you doing?
Good, thank you, Stu. What you got?
Long time listener, first time caller.
Well done, sir. 5 points to you.
Yeah, that last bloke was a bit weird, wasn't he?
Well, here's the thing, right? And let's not talk about that the gentleman anymore because they're ongoing stuff and all of that, and that's not what the show's about.
Fair enough.
But I'm a believer in facts, and you have to be factual. If you're on the left or if you're on the right or if you're in the centre, you have to be factual. It's only fair. Fair.
Totally.
I'm a fair
Even if you don't like what the other side's got to say, you've got to hear it.
Yeah, exactly. As long as but then you can question it. And if they're not speaking facts, then you have to challenge those facts. And there's a lot of people on the left who think that everything the right says is untrue and is fake news, but everything that they think on the left is true because they read it on Twitter. And this is how a lot of myths and a lot of fake things get sent around.
Absolutely.
Are you Googling to see if we've broken the law, Catherine?
No, I'm just checking to see what exactly he did.
Okay, right, fine. All right, anyway, moving on. Stu, what you got?
Well, you were talking about Toto earlier.
Yes, sir. Africa is the greatest
and
song of all
saying,
time.
you reckon some of them were in Yes?
Were they not?
No.
Oh.
Right, so you got to know about me, mate. I'm a bit of a Toto nerd. This is a bit embarrassing, and my wife and kids who are listening to this now in another room are probably cringing.
Here we go. We got a Toto nut.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
I'm a Toto gangster. Okay. No, none of them are in Yes. But few years later, a singer they kicked out formed a super band with a couple of members of Yes called Yoso.
Okay, there we go.
It wasn't very good.
No, no. The splinter groups of Yes are not particularly particularly great, unfortunately.
Not really worth owning, to be honest. But yeah, man, it's just none of them are in Yes. But there's loads more interesting things about them.
Go on.
Well, pretty much all of them played on Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'd heard that somewhere, yes.
Thriller is basically a Toto album with Michael Jackson singing. Basically is.
Wow. Well, hang on, have you heard this? Hang on, listen to this. Just been sent this. Here we go. Wow, have you heard this version, Stu?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
This is great, come on!
Ian,
yep.
I'm going to start singing and your listeners don't want that.
Okay, so we'll save that for later.
But also, another interesting fact about Toto, you know John Williams does all the music for Spielberg's films and everything?
Yes, John Williams, of course, famous movie music man.
That's right, his son Joseph is their current lead singer.
Oh. Well, did they do any other good songs?
Yeah, loads, man.
Go on.
Like Rosanna, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Hold the line.
I'm tempted to...
Those are the only three that anyone really knows, sadly.
Right,
but
let me have a look. If I go onto Amazon, Toto CD, let's see if we can find a CD for a penny.
Good luck with that.
No, they're all quite expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't really quite... Luckily, I bought them before they got all expensive.
Could you take them for me and send... If I sent you a blank tape, could you...
Yeah, haven't we nearly got the show in trouble for doing illegal stuff a minute ago?
Oh! It's illegal to tape albums now? When did they do that?
Oh, no, a couple of years ago. It doesn't stop some people. And anyway, who listens to tapes anymore, man?
I'm bringing cassettes back, mate.
Well, they did it with vinyl.
Yeah, I'm bringing tapes back, Stu. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Andy, for sending this in. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you're very, very welcome to. This is the late night alternative on Talk Radio. Me, Iain Lee, Catherine Boyle, and we just sit here and we just talk rubbish for ages. Let's take a couple of calls and then we'll do a story about a dirty wedding. Let's go to Charlie. Good evening, Charlie.
Hi. How you doing, Ian?
I love a little bit of Charlie on a Monday night.
Yeah, I'm a new caller to you, so be gentle with me.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. That's a joke. Anyway, Charlie, what you got for us?
Yeah. You were talking about mint sauce a few weeks ago on your show.
Yes.
And I just wanted to say I've taken your advice, and I had it earlier on my roast potatoes, and I was impressed.
Hang on, you have what? Mint sauce?
Yep.
I thought, you know what? I thought you said mental health. I thought you said mental health.
No, he said mint sauce and roast potatoes.
Oh, well, yeah.
You were talking about that.
Yeah, no, we were, but I thought he said mental health. Is that mental health on his roast potatoes? Wasn't it the greatest thing ever?
Yeah, no, which means that you're not only a great radio host, but you're also a good chef.
Thank you.
You've come up with that.
Thank you. Hey, speaking of chefery, I've filmed an episode of the James Martin Saturday Kitchen Show.
Oh yeah.
And it's on this Saturday. You'll see me. You'll see me chefing.
I'll probably be watching that because my mum watches that, so I'll be over there.
Well, you go over your mum's and you watch me chefing in a brand new shirt.
Nice.
Charlie, nice one. Thank you for that, mate.
Thank you.
Ta-ta. Yeah, chefing with James Martin on Saturday.
It's jazzy, that one, isn't it?
Isn't it? It's jazzy. They're a Hackney colliery band in Hackney, near the coal mines. It's Bob Mills on the line now. Not Bob Mills, it's the other host of the Bob Mills show. It's Philip in South Norwood.
G'day, this is Wally Dingo with your Aussie Rules Roundup. In weekend action, it was the Eagles over Hawthorn, Melbourne over the Crows, Richmond over St Kilda, the Swans over the Longs, Essendon over the Giants, the Cats over Carlton, and Collingwood over the Bulldogs. I'll see you next week, and I'll see you in the Barossa.
Thank you very much indeed. People are asking. You can watch the show, by the way, guys, from an unusual angle because I've not got my phone charging lead, and so which is a long one.
And I only had a short one.
So which screws things up because anyway. Where's your computer?
I left it at home.
There we go. What a div.
I know. I got it out, ready to come to work.
Yes.
Came to work, looked in my car. I hadn't picked it up. It's probably still by the front door.
Well, let's just hope you didn't put it on the roof of the car. That would have been a disaster. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Good evening, Alan.
Hi, boss.
Hello, Alan.
You know it's not a Toto night?
Yeah. Well, no, it's not. It's Africa night.
Yeah, because I can tell you who was in the band Toto.
Well, we just had someone do that.
But it's the current lineup.
Well, we just had someone do that. It's John Williams' son.
Yeah, Joseph.
Yeah.
David Part on keyboard.
Okay.
Determined to do
the only surviving Caro.
Right, okay.
That's Steve.
Yeah.
And Steve Lubricator.
Okay, that's great, Alan.
And I didn't know that Warrenham was only a touring member.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed.
Did you say Steve Lubricator?
What is this? Someone has just texted me. This may pique your interest. Good use of the word pique, spelt correctly. So suddenly I'm interested. It's an intelligent listener. This is what I want more of for this show. Not the dumbass Julia Hartley-Brewer listeners. I want intelligent. I want the intelligent Howard Hughes listener. Check out scariest phone numbers you should never dial.
You do know this is like giving Ian a big red button saying don't press it.
Scary. So I've got scary phone numbers to call. These numbers are supposedly cursed and have urban legends associated with them. Warning: we recommend you do not call these numbers. Well, they're all around the world. In Japan. Okay, in Japan. What's the dialing code for Japan? Use your phone computer. It's 090. In Japan, this number was known as Sadako's number. If you call the number, you are supposed to be able to hear some strange, creepy noise. They say that anyone who calls the number will die within a week in some type of accident.
0081.
Okay. In Japan, the number 4, she, sounds like the word for death. She. Sadako was the ghost from the Ring movies. Right, well, let's find it. So what's right? We're going to find out the death number. What's the dialing code?
0081.
0081 090. You probably don't need that first O, but let's do it. And the number is 4444 4444. Let's see. Japan. All right, okay, let's try again. 0081. Let's get rid of that first 0. 90. She. This is going to be spooky, man. This is getting a ghost boner. Jesus, this is terrifying. It didn't work. Right. In Bulgaria, the phone number is believed to be cursed. They say that anyone who has a mobile phone with this number will die a horrible death. The first man who owned the number died of an aggressive form of cancer. The second man was shot to death in the street. When the third owner of the number was also shot to death in the street, nobody else wanted that number. This is flipping. We're dealing with some dark forces here. Some very, very dark forces. The mobile phone company, Mobitel, had to suspend it. From that point on, any attempt to call the number... All right, so it doesn't... have I gone to the right place? Peek it out, man. Here we go. All right. This number was set up to promote the... All right, let's just see. Right, so what's the number for America? 001... Never. We're calling Maine in the United States. Jesus, this is terrifying. Flipping it, man. No, it didn't work. Right, okay.
Maybe all these numbers have been, like, cancelled to protect us from supernatural forces.
All right, so the dickhead that said... Sorry, the contributor to the show...
intelligent listener you were talking about.
Yeah. Let's try this one. 5 phone numbers you should never call. Hey, our phone number's on here! These numbers are said to be cursed. Whatever you do, do not call these numbers. It's just the same numbers. Oh, it's just the same flipping...
Is it www.bullshine.com?
Thanks, dude, whoever sent that in. Waste of my life. Go to the ads.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Catherine found a story over... Let me get some suitable music for this. Hang on a second.
It's a charming romantic tale.
Let's get some romantic music. Here we go. So you found a story. You give us this story. Away you go.
It's called... the headline in the newspaper is Bride's Ockeye the Poo.
Oh, flipping heck, isn't it?
A fuming bride decked her kilt-wearing hubby when he sat on her knee at the reception and left a skid mark on her wedding dress. Like all true Scotsman, Angus McClure, 26, didn't wear pants under his kilt when he married sweetheart Sarah Grant in Greenock, Renfrewshire.
Sarah Grant?
Grant.
Okay, Grant.
Grant.
You're saying Grant?
Grant.
Oh, Grant. Sarah Grant.
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 Grant. Spell it.
Grant.
Grant.
I can almost put my house on this being the way she pronounces her surname. Grant.
We don't have many Scottish listeners, but if George Galloway is listening, or any Scottish listener, could you phone up and just... All you got to do, just say the word Grant in your Scottish tones.
Grant, they'll say.
Grant! Let's see. Anyway, go on.
Throw me off now.
No, sorry?
That's what she did to him.
Hey.
But his traditionalism led to uproar when he perched his poorly wiped backside on 24-year-old Sarah's pristine frock, leaving an unsightly smear.
Jeez, dirty.
After Sarah swiped at Angus, the well-refreshed McClure and Grant clans led the reception into bloody mayhem. Are you doing your flies?
You know I have problems with my flies.
A police source said...
I need to be seen doing that on camera a lot, because there's a court case going on and stuff. Anyway, go on.
What?
It's right fun.
A police source said, I've been a police officer in Greenock for nearly 20 years, and so I've seen a lot of wedding parties turn nasty, but this was something else. In total, 7 people were... Oh, it's not him talking. I can talk like myself. In total, 7 people were arrested in the grounds of the wedding venue, the Greenock Reformed Temperance Hall, ironically, and faced public order offences. It's believed that Angus and Sarah were reconciled when they sobered up and have no memory whatsoever of the melee.
George Melee was there. I'm being trolled now by the guy who sent me this may pique your interest, check out the scariest phone numbers. He's just replied, my pleasure, dude, but dude's in inverted commas.
It has not been possible to
you bottler! You
Please try
bottler!
again later.
You bottler! You coward! Do you know what I've just found on YouTube?
Go on.
Africa... Hang on a minute. Africa by Toto. 10 hours.
What?
A 10-hour version. 10-hour version of this. Here we go.
I mean, there's such a thing as too much Toto.
No.
10-hour Toto.
Have you ever
Right, it's like, I want an instrumental version, really. Here we go. Here's a 1 hour version. Maybe this is instrumental. Let's see. Let's see. By the way, you're in trouble.
Why?
We got a Scottish person phoning up.
All right.
It's Kevin. Evening, Kevin.
Ian.
Good evening, Kevin. And can I just make this... I'd like to say it's a pleasure to talk to you, Kevin, because we first became aware of each other by arguing on Twitter.
Did we?
Did we not?
No, I think my daughter was poking you in the face that night you were sleeping.
No, were you not... Are you not the bald fella?
Oh, well, I've got here now.
Oh, in that case...
Argument. What was the argument about?
I don't know. You're not... I thought you were one of Limmy's fans that attacked me, and then we became friends. But maybe it's not you.
Different Kevin.
Maybe not.
Is there more than one Kevin in Scotland, Kevin?
No, there's about 600 of us.
Whereabouts in Scotland are you, Kevin?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. We will be coming to Edinburgh the first weekend of September at the Stand Comedy Club. The tickets go on sale this week.
That's right.
Then we're
on YouTube.
Yeah, and then we're going to... that was it. You were watching me play Silly Games. And then we're going to Glasgow the day after. I can't remember which way round it is. It's that weekend. Anyway, Kevin, can you say the following word? Grant.
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 He's emphasising the A.
He's not saying Grant.
Grant. You said right.
Grant.
No. I will not have that. Say it the way you said it.
Grant.
You said grunt.
I did not say grunt.
Right, I'm going to say it for Catherine, then I'm going to say it for me, and then, Kevin, you're going to say it, okay? And we'll see who's his closest, right? Grunt. Grant.
Grant.
Exactly the same as me.
You liar.
Right, hang on a second. Let's just stay there, Kevin. Thank you.
Outrageous.
Oh, look. Leanne.
Hiya.
Are you in Edinburgh?
Yeah.
Will you be coming to see our show in September?
What date?
Oh, awkward.
That's a no. It'll be like it's a Saturday or a Sunday, the first weekend of September. It's like an afternoon show, 4 till 6.
Of course I will.
Oh.
Right, if she's not there, we're gonna cause mayhem. Right, Leanne, can you say the word Grant, please?
Grant.
Grant. She's saying Grant.
Grant.
You're saying Grant.
You're saying you don't want to work with me anymore. Right. So Catherine, Leanne, you could you back me up, please? How was Catherine originally saying it?
Catherine said Grant.
Grunt.
I didn't say grunt.
Leanne said
Grant.
Grunt. Granda.
You're flipping gaslighting me.
Sorry?
You are.
Oh, no, but it is getting dark in here, isn't it? No. So, Kevin, how did you think Catherine first said it?
Grunt.
I did not say grunt.
I'm sorry, Leanne. I don't know. Maybe your radio isn't working. How are you listening, Leanne? On DAB or online?
On DAB, and I said Grant.
Yeah, grunt. I think the DAB... How are you listening, Kevin, to the show online?
YouTube.
Yeah, I think the DAB signal's not quite as strong in Edinburgh, Leanne, so...
You're doing her as well, are you?
I'm not
Gaslighting her.
I'm not doing anybody.
But Kevin's right here as well.
Well, are you in the same house?
No.
No. I'm in a posher area than her.
He reckons he's posher than you, Leanne. That's fighting talk where I come from.
Well, that's because he probably is. Are you in Leith, Kevin?
I am indeed, yes.
Oh, my God. Right, hold on. I'll hang out the window. I'll give you a wee wave.
Hi.
Hiya! Shall we go to the show at the Stand then in September?
Why don't we just go on a date?
Oh.
She's asking for permission.
From her husband.
She's asking for permission from her husband, Kev.
Kevin.
He can join in.
Wow!
Yeah, he said that would be fine. I'll see you in September then.
Excellent.
Wow. Leanne, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Leanne. Kevin, you're going to get your end away there.
I didn't think it was that kind of show.
Kevin, well played, mate. Well played.
Grant.
We are...
Grant.
We are like, that's what we'll do. We're like Tinder. Well, I tell you what we're doing.
Except they're not even as fussy because they don't look at each other.
Don't care, do they?
Cop off.
They just know that basically they're resorting to their most basic primal instinct, which is to rut.
Oh.
So this is what we'll do tonight. We can do this. It's bank holiday. We normally have kind of a laid-back vibe, but I sense, I can smell an air of desperation. So if you want to be fixed up with anybody...
and literally anybody.
0344 499 1000. If you've got a specific request for a caller, like Wasim or Alan...
Caddick's always available.
You've got a specific request, then that, of course, is absolutely fine. Hetero, homo, bi, all of these things, we're not prejudiced. A little bit prejudiced. I won't say against which two, but we will swallow our prejudice. There's a hint for you. We will swallow our prejudice for the sake of the show. But straight people go to the front of the queue. I'm joking.
Wow.
I'm joking. Come on. Joking. Everybody is welcome. And we will fix you up. It's as simple as that. Got to say.
One thing is, just don't be fussy.
Yeah.
And you'll be happy.
Got to say, for legal reasons, if anyone gets killed or anything like that,
Nothing to do with
nothing
us.
to do with us whatsoever. On that bombshell, 0344 499 1000. This is the late night alternative on Talk Radio.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation. Make contact with Iain Lee. The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Catherine and I, you better get ready. We may be coming to your town. We have a list of dates. Edinburgh and Glasgow, the first weekend of September. Then they'll go on sale this week. We have this. We've also got Brighton at Carolina Brunswick. That's if you go to iainlee.com, that's up there. It's a tiny venue, always sells out, so get in there quick.
And it's always a great vibe.
Yeah, there's a very strong vibe there. We got the Rondo in Bath again, which I think is a bit later in the year if you go to their website.
We're going to Manchester.
We're going to Manchester on July the 28th at the 3 Minute Theatre, and looking forward to that. And you can get tickets at ticketsource.co.uk/Iain-Lee. Again, it's a tiny venue. It holds 65. So half the tickets have gone already. Ticketsource.co.uk/Iain-Lee. The first show, though, is this Sunday. This Sunday between 6 and 8 in London. And the first half is going to be like recording a Rabbit Hole podcast. Second half is going to be trying to do a Rabbit Hole TV show, which we're going to stream on YouTube. We've got special guest Katie Puckrick is coming. We've got some short films and videos that you guys have made, and we're going to sit and talk rubbish. And if the thing is, it's a real technical nightmare. But you should be able to video Skype in and be part of the show. And you should be able to do that. I've really put off looking at how to do all of this because it's just going to be like an afternoon of faffing around with me and Matthew just helping out doing it. And I can't be bothered. But we will. So, in theory, you can video Skype us and be part of the show. That's what we're aiming for. That's this Sunday. A handful of tickets left for that, guys. Again, ticketsource.co.uk/Iain-Lee. It's 12 quid. And as always, me and Kath hang around afterwards and you get pictures and you can do all of that kind of rubbish if you want to do. Someone sent me, apparently this is the best version of Africa ever. So, I'll be the judge of that. Here we go.
Beautiful.
Dave sent that in. Let me just try this. Hang on. say this. Oh God, there's loads of them. It's on YouTube, and I'm going to say this once. If you look for shitty flute,
It sounds like my kids. Oh God, no.
oh man.
My ear's bleeding.
There's a lot of these songs I don't know. They're also young people. Drake. Oh God. Oh God. All right. Give me two more. No one's calling in, so we might as well play a book because we lost all the listeners. Here we go. The Bee Gees. This is my new favourite thing. Here we go.
Is it wrong that this makes me want to get a recorder? Oh God.
It's the 18 team.
Of course it is.
Saxophone. I'm going to skip.
That last bit was the saddest part.
I'm going to skip to the end because the ending is quite good to this song. Oh, fair play, man.
Oh, no.
Dave, thank you for sending that in. Thank you for sending that in. That was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. It's my bank holiday Monday. It's all, the shows are always a little bit weird. Someone's said it's a full moon as well, but then people often say it's a full moon, and it quite often isn't a full moon, so I don't know.
It's definitely a moon.
Have you got a diary? Do they have full moons in diaries? Is that what they have? Have you not got a diary with you?
No. Is it not on your phone these days?
Well, my phone is...
Modern times.
Yeah, you've got a phone, love.
Yeah, I'm looking...
I'm streaming the show.
Don't love me. Right. No, doesn't say full moon on mine.
Hello, Gavin!
How you doing, Ian?
I'm doing all right, mate. How you doing?
Marvellous. Yeah, what was the link to that mad stuff you were just playing?
Right, I'm going to say it for a second time.
I'm not on Twitter.
You just Google shitty flute.
Really? I thought you were just...
No, that's it.
Honestly, you Google that...
well, it's on YouTube. It's definitely on YouTube, yeah.
And that comes out?
Yeah, yeah.
How did you ever stumble across it?
Someone just emailed it. A bloke called Dave just emailed it to me.
Oh, I trust in him.
I trust in him. Hey,
Well,
listen, man. Gavin, listen, I'm sorry that we kind of... It was a bit tense last week between us. You were annoying me, but I was not in the greatest of moods, because it turns out, Gavin...
You've got nothing...
No. I know I don't have to, but I know, and I know that you're cool with it. But I feel I should. I feel a little explanation. It turns out packing stuff to move out of your marital home is actually a lot more stressful than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
and and I really sank
and
Friday.
You forgot we're there. Sorry, man. Carry on.
Oh no! But I really sank on Friday, and I sank on Saturday. And it wasn't until Saturday night that I realised why I was feeling so crappy. I was wound up by our call, but I could have, no, I don't like the word should. I certainly could have, reacted in a slightly better way. So I apologise.
There was honestly no need, but that's a man.
Peace and love, man.
There was never any need in.
Peace and love.
I appreciate for you doing that, man.
That's all right. You're welcome. Anyway, what you got for us, man?
Right, where were we with our ridiculous call? Mate, I suddenly haven't got a clue.
Oh.
this could be awkward. What did I call? That's kind of like.
Do you want to go? Shall we come back to you in a minute?
No, there must have been a.
Oh God! Stay right. Go. Think. I'm going to go to Simon. You think. Oh God, Simon. Why is he always at the bottom of a waterfall? Hello, Simon.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Not really, mate. But that's par for the course with you.
Well, I'm working.
So am I. Strangely enough, and fidelity is part of my job. But there you go. As in high fidelity.
Look, I had a choice, didn't I? I had a choice.
Yeah.
I could either tune in and listen to mindless, boring Brexit and,
yes,
you know, the usual crap.
Oh.
Or I could tune in to Iain Lee.
Yes.
And listen to the most wonderful tunes on a recorder.
Or you could phone up Brexit with your terrible phone line and then just listen to us.
Hey?
Hello. Good evening. Is this on?
Yes.
Okay. What have you got for us?
No, that was it.
Thanks very much. Thank you. Gavin, did you remember what you called in for?
I have.
Here we go.
Yeah. It's controversial.
Yep.
But hey.
Yes.
You know Rapunzel?
I do know Rapunzel, yes.
Of legend of Long of Barnet and Sinewy of Limb.
Yeah.
Instead of calling the prince to her tower...
Yes.
And she lowers her barnet down to the base and King or Prince, like massive hero man...
Yes.
...climbs up her hair.
Yeah.
Why did Rapunzel just tie the end of her hair to a light fixture or her four-poster bed or whatever and just, like, abseil down off her own barnet?
Okay. Catherine, do you want to answer this one?
It would really hurt.
What, more than somebody climbing up your barnet?
Yeah, and then also, how could you be sure of the length?
Well, how could she be sure of the length once she dropped it?
Well, she dropped it down.
He could either grab it or not.
And also, once she gets down to the bottom...
Well, she'd only be like 6 feet short either way, surely.
Then how does she get herself loose?
Yeah, how does she... once she gets to the bottom, how does she untie it at the top?
Oh, no, she's secreted a rude blade in her back.
She's not made a... Was it a shank?
A shiv.
Shiv. She's not she's not going to fashion a shiv.
All right, she's rubbed a splinter of wood off her floorboards to a sharpened point.
Okay, but still, that's some way. That's some way. Why couldn't she cut her head?
It's more likely to be achievable than shouting out your window for a prince.
If she cut her head, did the wicked stepmother lose all her magical powers or something?
I don't
think you're thinking of the Rapunzel thing, man.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, Rapunzel. You're thinking of Tangled.
No, hang on.
That was an extra part of the story.
Hang on. Are we talking about... Well, no, I'm not thinking of Tangled.
No, I'm thinking of a completely different fairy tale.
What are you thinking of?
When let down your hair and she was rescued by the
Rapunzel?
prince.
Yeah.
Well, then how did the prince come into it and how did the prince free her then?
What do you mean? Well, the prince climbed up and killed the wicked stepmother.
Through out the window.
Rapunzel said you've got 3 guesses of my name.
That's Rumpelstiltskin. Thanks for calling, Gavin.
Wow, how can you mix those two up?
Although for a second I did think Rumpelstiltskin was in Rapunzel. No, Rumpelstiltskin...
Got so furious he put his foot through the floor.
Yeah, but what was he... Anyway...
He spun the miller's daughter's task was to spin hay into gold.
Thank you very much indeed. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
blown away by that. So, hang on, let's get to the end of this. So that's Amy Turk.
Haven't we played of her stuff before?
Rings a bell. Her name rings a bell. Amy Turk, harp.com. Let's send her a little tweet. And who sent that in? That was sent in by Stephen. Thank you, Stephen.
I'm pretty sure we've tried to get her on, you know.
Do you know, I think we did. Let's see if we can find her on Twitter. Good evening, this is the Late Night Alternative. It's Iain Lee, Catherine Boyle. We're on Talk Radio Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock at night. You can listen on DAB, download the app and go to talkradio.co.uk. Bank holiday shows tend to be a little more relaxed than the rest of the, normal Monday show, a little bit more... what is that? Is that coffee?
That's coffee.
It looks like a tea. Funny, isn't it? Funny.
It's in a black mug.
Hey. All right, man. I don't say colour.
You're so weird.
The man. But it's a kind of a more relaxed show, so we can kind of just spend a little time looking for Amy Turk. That's not what we go to. So, you're right. I think we did at Amy Turk Harp. Just played this by Amy Turk Harp on Talk Radio. Absolutely stunning stuff. There we go. Did we try and get her on? Was that her?
I remember that name.
Do you?
I do.
Do you now?
I do, though.
Do you?
Yes.
I do love that. Okay, I'm going to say this. I'm not speaking about Amy specifically, but I think the harp is the sexiest of all instruments.
Right, because about 6 months ago you said it was the cello.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Could you find me the clip of that, please?
It's in my head there.
Okay.
It happened.
Okay, Grant. Well, that's incorrect data. It's the harp.
All right, what if it was a policewoman playing a cello?
Oh, flipping heck now. Gosh, that's some kind of band. I have a penchant for the police ladies. And I will have to stop off at the petrol station tonight on the way home. The police frequent at about 1:40 in the morning.
Are you stalking them?
Yes, I am. No, I'm not. No, the harp. When I used to run a variety night about 8 years ago, we had a harpist came in, and it's such a faff, the harp, because it's so big. You've got to have a big car to fit it in.
It's got a caster on it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
On
wheel.
your case.
Yeah, but the harp. It looks big in that picture, in that video. It's bigger than that. It's massive, and there's just something about the sound. There's something about the shape of it. There's something about the design of it. I guess the fact that you have to keep it between your legs. 0344 499 1000. Can you name an instrument that is sexy? I don't mean the sound. I think the sound of the cello is perhaps sexier, but the look of someone playing a harp. Harps are horny, is what I'm going to say. Okay, and the only thing that comes close.
I can't remember why she didn't want to come on.
The only thing that comes close is a woman with a strap-on bass guitar strapped on to her. That is the only thing that comes close. But harp, I think, is the sexiest of all instruments.
That's a scientific fact, is it?
No, mate, it's an opinion.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. My apologies. I'm not allowed to express an opinion, am I?
Freedom of speech.
Not allowed to express an opinion. Oh, you can tell Kath is angry because she's doodling.
Yeah, do you want to see what I'm doodling?
Oh, state of that. Good evening, Alistair.
Evening. So, harps are also attractive because they're gold in colour.
Are they?
I thought they were wooden.
They're wooden?
But they're
Unless they're in a
often,
storybook.
you see a lot of harps in gold. So that's another thing.
Okay.
Which I think sort of adds to the picture.
I think silver is sexier than gold.
Really?
Yeah, I think silver. If we're talking sexy metals. Kath, what's the sexiest metal?
Platinum colour is even better then.
It's brass for Kath.
I don't find any of the metals at all arousing, boys. I think this is just down to you.
A little bit of zinc.
All right, copper.
Copperfield, more like.
Nearly old Iron.
What? Steady on, mate. No need to be rude. Anyway, what you got?
I was just wishing you a good sort of house buying experience. I don't, because when my father died,
Do cards for that, do they?
No, they don't do cards for that. There's a gap in the market, as my kids would go. funkypigeon.com. Yes.
When my father died,
yes,
4 years ago, I had to move out of the house and buy a house.
Yes.
And the most frustrating period of that time was waiting for the ruddy solicitors to get together.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah.
So I mean, it's like
it's out of my hands now. It's happening. It's out of my hands. It's sat with the solicitors and it's sat with the delightful woman who will be moving out. I think that I sorted my end out a little bit quicker than perhaps she was prepared for. I think, the house went on the market. I snapped it up 2 days later, and then I went, here's the money. And
there's no chain or anything.
There's no chain on my end, no. And they're a little bit, okay, well, no, but I'm frustrated. But it's a real lesson in humility and handing over, because I can't do anything now. I've done everything I need to do. Now I'm just waiting. I've got to hand it over, and when I've got to get me through the madness, I've put up a picture of the house in this horrible little flat I'm in, and I wake up and that's the first thing I see is that. It's like that's happening. That is happening. So we're all good. Is
it in countryside or is it in sort of farming country?
Yeah, it's a farm. I've bought a farm. I am going to become a sheep farmer, but I'm not going to kill them. I'm going to hire Romanians to do it.
Oh.
I'm going to hunt sheep.
I thought you meant you're just going to keep growing them.
No, I'm going to hunt sheep with paintballs.
Anyway, I'm hoping to come and see you in London on Sunday.
I thought you were going to say in my house. No chance of that, buddy.
No.
Well, come along. There's a handful of tickets left.
I've got my ticket.
Oh.
It's just a question of whether I'm well enough to come down. I'm going to.
There's a bar there. I don't know if that's a good. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing for you. I don't know. And I make light only because I know that you can make light of it as well.
No, I can't. A friend will be with me, and he'll be, jumping on me if anything happens.
Oh.
No, but nothing will. I'll be very, very polite.
Good for you, Alistair. Well, you'd be very, very welcome.
Anyway, all good wishes to you, sir, and to Kath. I think you're absolutely wonderful.
All right, now you're getting creepy. Bye-bye.
He's right, though.
Lino is saying that the saxophone is the sexiest of instruments. Billy Hayes is saying a flautist with tattoos. Then he's saying harpists don't seem like they be up for much. Wow. Come on, Billy, you're better than that, mate. You're better than that. Goodness gracious, Billy Hayes. Maybe he's but it does turn out, and I'm fine. The move is, I cannot wait. It's going to be the beginning of the next chapter, and I can't wait. But it turns out that packing boxes in the marital home, it turns out is to leave. It turns out it's really, really upsetting and stressful. And I kind of switched off while I was doing it, and I didn't dwell too much on things that you find, letters from the kids and stuff like that. I didn't dwell too much on that. Dwelt a little bit, but it was while I was in a really crappy mood on Friday. I mean, there was other stuff. There was emails, entitled emails about a listener saying that I'd ignored them on Twitter and I owed them an apology. What? If you look at my Twitter feed, I ignore everybody on Twitter. I hardly respond to anyone. And this guy knows that I've got issues with Twitter, and and I know he's got issues. But anyway, that's by the way. So that annoyed me. So all of that. But yeah, it wasn't until Saturday night when I was talking with some people about how I felt that I went, I've just suddenly worked out why I'm feeling lousy. It's because I've done that. It's because I've done that. It's a horrendous thing. It's a horrendous thing to do. Horrendous thing to do. So there you go. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the Late Night Alternative Bank Holiday Special on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Tonight's show is sponsored by the Toto song Africa, and I'm being sent lots of different versions of Africa. Where was the Hang on, there was a couple here. What is this? Here we go. Let's have a little listen to this. Let's see if this is really good. This is Christ University Choir, but in India. India. So they're based in India, I think. There we go. It's a long intro. Here we go.
Our next piece is called Africa. Released in the year 19...
Right. Richard Elliott, who sent me this, if this is low quality audio...
There's going to be slaps.
Then there's going to be slappingtons.
...by the American rock band Tool. It earned its place as one of the 50 most explosive...
Right, boring. Here we go. Oh, they're doing the sound of the rain. No, they're doing that. This one for a bit.
Ooh.
This one for a bit. We're 2.5 minutes into this now. 3 minutes. This is going to be rubbish. I can't hear it. So that was rubbish. So you're blocked. Let's try this one. Right, he's got a little repeating box. So he's banging a piano.
I think it's quite clever.
Well, it's not really. He's just playing the piano. Good evening, Ricardo.
Oh, how are we doing, Ian? Okay.
No, yeah, sure. What you got?
I know you're not massively into football.
Oh, no. Hang on a second. Catherine, you tell him.
Take out the massively. I know you're not into football.
On any level whatsoever.
Yeah, well, that World Cup song's pretty good.
I can write a good tune. I'm like Ray Davies of the Kinks. I'm like Paul McCartney. I can inhabit a character.
Just give him a title. He'll be that man.
Yeah, I can do that. That's not a problem. But I hate football. I think it sucks. And people who play it and people who like it are sexual deviants.
Okay, well, thanks.
Do you remember when the best thing about football was when Julia Hartley-Brewer called the entire England team, do you remember this? A bunch of nonces. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
She called them a bunch of nonces on like BBC News or something. And the bloke next to her said, I don't think you know what nonces means. I'm sure that happened.
That's a bit disgraceful, isn't it?
She didn't know what he meant, though. Bless her.
No, all I was going to say was Toto Scalacci.
Yeah.
1990 World Cup. One absolute legend.
Did he hear? Sorry, Ricardo, we're just going to go off air for a second, so that it's going to go quiet, okay?
Okay.
Did he hear what we said at the start? I'm just not even interested in it.
Yeah, I know. But I think what he's done there is he's gone Toto, which is diminutive of Salvatore. So this guy's called Salvatore, right?
And it's a
anyway, I know about a Toto.
Yeah,
Let me tell him his thing.
It's boring as hell, man.
I know, but it's a bit of
it's
a bit of knowledge he's got and he wants to share it with you.
Well, I don't really want to.
He's trying to reach out to you, so don't be tight.
I don't want to be tight, but it's just it's a boring thing.
It's not as smart, tell him it's interesting.
Hey, nice one, man. That's interesting.
Cheers. Thanks a lot, Ian.
Thanks, Ricardo. There we go. Well, that worked out well.
That's how to handle people.
Thank you,
Lesson
man.
1.
Thank you.
Toto Scalacci. What a player.
And alive. Aye. Bam 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 bam. I'm going to block Lane because he's talking rubbish as well.
Is he?
He's saying that the electric guitar is the sexiest instrument. Dream on, kiddo. Dream on, kiddo. Good evening, George.
Good evening, Ian, Catherine.
Welcome.
Nice to have a chance to chat to you. This is a really sweet bit of synchronicity.
Here we go.
I was looking through some tapes to see if I could find something for you, and there was one tape called Beyond relief. And on this tape, I'm trying to get Clive Bull to take a bit of a jazz track that I'm...
The thing about Clive Bull is he would take no nonsense from you. Whereas I take a little bit of nonsense. Clive is very good at taking no nonsense.
Is that right?
Do you not think? I think maybe you hear it, the caller hears a different thing to what the listener hears.
Yeah, but this was, as I say, a tape that was marked Beyond Relief.
Beyond Relief?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, that's an image.
And it's the title of a jazz track that has a story behind it. Now I'm trying to get Clive to use a bit of it for a jingle.
Yeah.
And and he did. And
Lovely
he did.
Clive
He
Bull.
used it for about a year.
Oh, did he?
After midnight, he used to play a bit of it to introduce the last hour of his show. And on the tape, I find a conversation of a lady talking to Clive about you. You had some sort of dispute at the time.
Me?
Sounds very unlike you.
No.
And can I play it down the phone?
I don't know if the quality will be any good, but let's have a little listen. Go on.
What should I play? The conversation with you or the jazz track?
The conversation!
Hold on.
Goodness sakes, man.
Hold on.
I need to be more Clive Bull. I'm going to write a post-it. Be more Clive Bull.
Clive.
I love Clive. Greatest broadcaster in
What
this
would
country.
Clive Bull do?
What would Clive do?
Where are we?
He must have been a foamer. So, did he sound very squeaky? No, he just sounded like Bob, and he was younger.
Well, he would have been a teenager.
Well, George is on the same tape as well, actually. He sounds exactly the same.
Oh, my God. Yeah, what, still like Dennis Norden?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, he wouldn't have been in Ladbroke Grove, because we weren't here in Ladbroke Grove.
Well, it was Bob.
He doesn't live in Ladbroke.
No, Bob from Ladbroke Grove. He said.
No. Anyway, I think we can safely say the answer is no to that one,
Right. You and Iain Lee, how come you're suddenly very pally? Has he given you some of
Buried the hatchet.
No, it's nothing like that.
Buried
I just, we had a couple of issues, and it was all a misunderstanding, and he came round to my place.
This afternoon?
Not this afternoon, no, at the weekend.
He said he buried the hatchet.
Yeah, we did. We literally had a hatchet and we buried it.
Well, I think he's very misunderstood. I'm warming to him. I didn't like him at first.
Yeah, well, I think everybody. Maybe that's what's happened with me as well. I think it's fantastic.
So you're very pally now?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you mustn't say anything against him then?
Well, I wouldn't want to. I honestly wouldn't want to. And I think this is what dawned on me. You know, I was doing my truthful show last week.
Yeah.
You know, I was telling the absolute truth all the time. And, the truth is, that's the truth.
Well, you're both professional people.
Well,
Sorry,
Kath. Yes, well,
You both do a good job.
One does one's best. I don't know whether professional is. I don't know whether it's a compliment or not. Really,
Well, it is. No, you're just very different.
Yeah.
You're equally as good. You're just different.
Well,
And I have spoken to him. He was a bit naughty with me because when I spoke to him, he wanted to know about nicknames. And I told him a nickname. And then when I rang in again and I spoke to Bob, that nickname came up and Bob called me that name. And I wish I hadn't have said anything now.
Oh, well.
I'm not going to mention it again.
What?
The nickname.
What was it? Don't worry.
Tits McGee.
There's no listening. I'll never say it again. What was it?
Kissy face.
Oh, kissy face.
Yeah.
Kissy face.
There you are.
Oh, that's beautiful, Joe. I remember. Do you know what? I actually remember that. I remember burying the hatchet with Clive. Yeah,
really.
That was I love Clive. Clive Bull is one of the greatest broadcasters in this country, and I will defend him to the death because that's not literally to the death. That'd be stupid. But
I can't think of a scenario where that would be necessary.
No, I can't actually. And, if I was in a club and someone was bad-mouthing Clive, I would go in and stick up for him. But if a knife or a gun was pulled, I'd go, do you know what? Actually, you're right, he sucks.
Actually, if we do have another street brawl with LBC...
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've got my nunchucks now, so, yeah.
Now, can I do this jazz track? Because it's synchronistic and it's...
No.
Clive used to call it my porno song.
No.
And, no.
No, you can't play a jazz track down the phone.
No, it's Clive's interaction with it.
Right, go. You can have 30 seconds of it, George, and then I'm going to cut you off.
Hold on. Give it more than 30 seconds.
I'll give it 30, 32. See,
George is very good at very gently
What would Clive do? Clive would give it 30 seconds.
insisting.
We can't hear it.
Was it Steve Allen? No, it wasn't.
Poor neighbours.
No one's going to get this right. Barry White was sexy. Okay, if you say so. Let's go to Hampstead and George. Hello, George.
Yeah, hi, Clive.
Hello, George.
You make me sound like some sort of health risk, the way you...
Well, I don't know. I just like to give you a bit of a big build-up, that's all.
Right.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, advance warning.
Yeah.
Clive, George, I'm about to cut you off.
Can't you take a jingle from one of the tracks on...
George?
Oh, I might have known that.
Record?
No.
Why not? The last track...
George?
This is a rerun of the conversation you've just had.
Jingle, really.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
You tell me which track.
The last track...
I miss having CD players and tape players in studios. I miss all of that. Miss it.
I remember
There's
carts.
nothing. There's nothing.
When it comes into the tune.
Yeah.
How many tracks are there? What number is it?
George!
Number 7. Here we go.
Fanny.
Right,
Yes.
then let's see this.
George, I'm cutting you off!
I don't think that's the way to start a show, is it?
No, go on.
I'm cutting you off!
It's a bit...
No, it's great.
I'm cutting you off! Now.
It's right, though. It is porno.
Fanny.
Yes.
Gosh, that was a loud one.
Do you know what? I'll send Clive a little text tomorrow and we'll go out for a coffee, like maybe once every 6, 7, 8 months. I love Clive.
Did you ever find that hatchet?
We buried it in the garden. It's funny. I think we can finally say now, 10 years later, we always got on very, very well, and we used to just mess around and, pretend we hated each other, and then we pretended we went round to each other's houses and buried a hatchet.
Oh, a bit like you do with Julia.
So?
Pretend that you hate each other.
Oh, yeah. No, actually.
Best buds.
There's a name for that motion where you
it's very rude.
You put your left arm into the right crook of the elbow, make a fist with do that. There's a name for it. It's called like a Penhaligon or George, what's it called?
Fanny.
No, it's not that. It's called like a monk breath, a Penhaligon, a Fantiz. It's so 034449910. Who cares? Talk radio.
The wild man of late night radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Here's a video that someone shared on Twitter. Right, so this has 5 million views. And it goes, "Hello, my dudes." Oh, no. "When you try all the sounds and beats on your synth while only playing Africa." All right, well, let's see. He looks like a criminal, doesn't he? Oh.
It's a musical bandit.
No phone calls. 03444. No, what I'm saying is there are no phone calls now. I'm not saying no
none of that.
No one calling. No one is calling in. 03444991000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. So far, we have talked about skid marks on wedding dresses. We have talked about sexy instruments. We've talked about the ignominy of packing to move out of the marital home. We've talked about Clive Bull. We've talked about jazz. We have talked about Catherine being a liar and mispronouncing Grant. Exactly. And we've talked about many, many things. You can call in about... We talked about racism.
Did we?
Yeah, right at the start of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 0344.
We got that sorted, by the way, in about 3 minutes.
Yeah. It turns out the racists are actually right. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you're very, very welcome to.
They can't. They've been on all dayers.
A pensioner caused chaos I think these things should be banned.
What, pensioners?
A little bit quicker on the rehearsed gags, please. There was a
Do it
massive
again, then.
gap there.
Do it again.
A pensioner caused chaos, and I think these things should be
What,
banned.
pensioners?
Too quick. We rehearsed this, Catherine.
Do it again.
No.
Go on, one more.
A pensioner caused chaos, and I think these things should be banned.
What, pensioners?
No. They're mobility scooters.
Oh.
By driving on a busy dual carriageway in a mobility scooter? No, I would say on a mobility scooter.
Yeah.
In a car, on a motorbike. In a helicopter, on a hang glider.
On a boat.
I did that flying thing again yesterday. Flipping it. That was terrifying.
What, the indoor skydiving?
Wow.
Was it fun? Or was it still as harsh on the old undercarriage as it was last time?
It wasn't as hard on that. My legs, I can't walk properly today because my legs ache. But I went up really high again because I was showing off to the kids.
Mm-hmm. Were they impressed?
They were actually, yeah, they were impressed, yeah. So it was, it was almost worth doing. But again, you go up really, you go in this tunnel and you get blown up in the air and you hover around about sort of 6-7 foot. And the second time you do it, the guy says, do you want to go up? And you go up about 30 feet, 40 feet. You go up and you go up fast, you spin around and you go up fast, right? And so I went up once and then I gave them the signal for I'd like to get out, please, which is the 2 thumbs down. Went straight back up. And also, this was it. Also, there were 2 embarrassing bits. The second time I did it, my nose was running, and you can't move because the wind is 120 miles an hour. So I couldn't wipe my nose. But the first time, you're in this glass tube, right? It's about 11 foot in diameter, and there's people sit outside and watch, and it's the next people that are going to do it, or you can just go in and watch and that stuff like that. And so I was floating at about 5 foot. Right, and I'm completely at eye level with a dude sat on the other side of the glass he sat there, and we locked eyes. And I was there for about 15 seconds, locked eyes with this bloke. And I went out and that, and I'm just locked eyes.
Right.
And he didn't look away. I couldn't look away because the force of the wind
blasting your eyes open,
blasting my eyes open. And I thought, this is not how I want to be remembered.
Was that when the bogey was coming out? Or?
No, that was luckily that was a different trip. There's a lot of I'll post a video of it. They'll send me a video of it and I'll post it. But there's a lot of me going, basically quoting Richard Pryor from the Stir Crazy movie. Oh, yeah. It's good fun though. It's good fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm done now. A pensioner caused chaos by driving on a busy dual carriageway in a mobility scooter. Motorists swerved to avoid the female OAP who was doing... Why is Kelly Brooks in her pants?
That's what she does.
Okay, fine.
Is that what it says?
Yeah. I just read the story.
Such as it was.
There's no story. Motorists swerved to avoid the female OAP who was doing less than 10 miles an hour. She was escorted off the A12 near Stanway, Essex, by police.
God.
Oh, listen to this. Including one officer on foot. Like herding her. Driver Jay Butler, 44, said he nearly ran into the woman on his way to work on Thursday.
She must have been, well, either she was oblivious or terrified.
Oblivious. The worst ones are those ones that have like the sort of waterproof
covers.
So it's like a little building.
Yeah, and I've seen a couple of those on the road before.
Oh, I see it on the road all the time. You can't do that.
I think they think that it's like a car.
No, it's not like a car.
It isn't. It's one step up from a wheelchair.
It's a chariot. It's meant for pavements.
Yeah.
Some people drive them in shops. No. Some people are just lazy.
Well,
Some people are just lazy. We play a game in shopping centres where we go, what is it, lazy, or I can't remember the exact naming, and it's probably politically incorrect. What is it?
Isn't it disabled or lazy?
Let's say yes. Although that would probably get the hate brigade out on us. But I do wonder.
Well, I've seen it before where someone, this is a problem, but people have good days and bad days. And if you see someone who's been trundling around on one suddenly jump out and grab something, does make you wonder whether they needed it in the first place.
He said she was seemingly completely oblivious, like she was off to do her shopping. She was pretty lucky not to get hurt. Essex Police tweeted, vulnerable female took wrong turn onto A12.
She's already on a road, though.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she got confused, and maybe there was more to it than that. But
Yeah.
I don't like those things. On the next page, opposite, in fact, if you close that page, then Jacob Rees-Mogg's head goes right between Kelly Brook's
thighs.
So there's a picture of Jacob Rees-Mogg, a man who I think is just horrendous, right? And his kid. I'm not going to care about his kid. But his 11-year-old boy, doesn't half look exactly like him with the slicked hair and the suit and the sunglasses.
They've given him the same. They've given him the same disguise that his dad wears, haven't they?
But here's the more interesting thing: they both got their right foot forward, and that is an actual phenomenon.
Yeah, that happens
when you walk with when it's two or more people, not too many. I don't know what the maximum number is. Certainly, when it's two people walking, right? You try this at home, man. It's nuts. You walk, and then you look down after about 30 seconds. You'll be walking the same stride. Right foot, left foot. You'll be walking the same thing in the same rhythm.
Well, unless it's you and me, and your strides are about 3 of mine.
Yeah, well,
so I'm pretty much jogging.
Unless it's a freak show like that. But years ago, I used to have a really good producer, a guy called Agent Chris. He was really good, actually. And
I thought you called him a bell cheese.
No, not Chris. No, he was
Yeah, I'm
focused.
pretty sure you did.
No, not Chris. I wouldn't have done that because he was focused. He was determined.
Terrible man.
No, not at all. No, he was probably definitely in the top 3 producers I've ever had.
Right.
Oh, don't worry, Kath. You're in the top 20.
You haven't had 20.
So we tried this experiment to try and break the pattern. You cannot break the pattern. We've got a lot of intelligent listeners listening. Have we got any like psychologists? We've got psychologists listening who can, or walking people, experts who can explain why that phenomenon, or even if you think you could just bullshine at something that sounds vaguely convincing, why do we end up walking in strides together? 03444991000. Kath's got her thinking. Let me go and get my thinking head on, Aunt Sally, and I'll think up some bullshine for you after break.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee. Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio, on DAB, on app, or on talkradio.co.uk. You can watch us. Over 5,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel now.
Crumbs.
Next target is 10,000. But there's no one phoning in, so, kiss it. Thieves nicked an elderly couple's lawn only hours after it was laid. Dorothy Parr, 83, and her husband, Bernard, 78, had the artificial turf installed because mowing the grass had become too much of a struggle. Artificial turf.
I know.
But after shelling out £1,000, they were heartbroken to wake up the next day and discover the turf had been swiped. The couple of Scholes, Greater Manchester.
Never heard of it.
Wow! Oh, golly gosh. Place in Manchester you ain't never heard of.
I left there when I was 10 years old. Come some slack.
Were distraught. Their furious daughter, Carol Unsworth, said,
Oh, and you and Adam Unsworth.
Who'd want a piece of lawn? I don't know what I'm after it. Who'd want a piece of lawn? Lawn. I just don't know who could do this to an elk. Yeah, you read it. You read it. You read her.
Where are we?
I literally just pointed to it as I handed it to you, but you weren't looking. I literally pointed to it and you weren't looking.
I was taken by this headline, Mozart's brain aids.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it?
It is.
I thought it was... Anyway.
Here we are. Their furious daughter, Carol Unsworth, said, Who could want a piece of lawn? I just don't know who could do this to an
elderly... Do it in a Manchester accent.
I just don't know who could do this to an elderly couple who've paid out a lot of money.
Furiouser and furious.
And they've saved a long time just to make their home look like a little bit nicer for summer.
I like Icklebit.
Yeah.
Licklebit. What is that about?
I don't know.
I don't understand that.
It happens.
It
My
happens.
stepfather loves his garden, just pottering around, and then they've done this to make their lives easier. They must have... That's more Salford.
Oh.
I don't know where Scholes is.
No.
They must have spent just over £1,000 on the front and the back. It's a disgrace, and has knocked them for 6. I sound like that fella from Gogglebox that you don't like, Mr. Malone.
I don't like any of them. Don't like any of them on Gogglebox. I think they're all scumbags.
Oh!
Hang on, they were rude about me, weren't they?
Which ones?
All of them. The 2 ladies were rude about me.
2 old ladies?
No, the 2 young ladies with the tattoos covered in body art.
Oh, don't worry about them.
I don't like any. The thing about Gogglebox, because I've only just started watching it, maybe since like November last year, October last year, and I'd never watched it before. I know it's been going for years, and it's a phenomenon. But now people know that you can get famous from it, so they do their little set pieces. Here's the people that I think do their set pieces more. It's that new brother and sister.
Yeah, but they were on adverts before.
Were they?
Mm-hmm.
And that family, the mum and the dad with the daughter.
Oh yeah,
And they're doing.
I don't even know what they're called.
They're doing their little set, little scripted pieces, and everyone's. And here's the thing, guys. They're not watching the programmes going out. They'll be sent like DVDs. They'll get DVDs of the programmes, and they'll probably watch all the programmes. I don't know. I guess they change their clothes. Do they wear different clothes for different programmes? They must do.
I haven't noticed.
Oh, come on, Nutty. Come on, Nutty. You know.
Well, I mean, she always looks like she's
I was doing the man's voice. What does he call her?
She calls him. No, he calls her Nutty, doesn't he?
Come on, Nutty.
That's Giles and Mary.
I like those 2.
I like them.
I like those 2. Oh, come on, Nutty, dear.
I like how the chair blends in with the wallpaper.
Well, no, Nutty, because these dogs can rip a pair of testicles off. No, Nutty, you know these.
Oh, Giles.
Nutty, the thing to do is to insert your finger up the dog's anus.
Why do you always have to bring it down to anus?
Those 2 I like. Everyone else, I could do with that. Because they know they'll get famous, so that people... They
quite like the 2 in the caravan, Lee and what's her name?
Not seen them.
Yeah, you have.
No, I haven't. Well, listen.
He always goes, ho! She'll say something, he'll go, ho!
No, I've not seen them.
You have, in the caravan.
I've not seen anyone in a flipping caravan.
You have.
I have not. I've not. I mean, I've seen people in caravan, not on that programme. A piece...
Oh, and the hairdresser and his mum, he's got a little bit used to it, hasn't he?
Yeah. A piece of Mozart's piano music can help children with epilepsy, researchers have found. His sonata for 2 pianos in D major, one of my favourites, greatly reduced the frequency of epileptic activity in the brain, EEG tests revealed.
Oh.
No effect was found when other music was played to kids, including tunes by the Teletubbies, Boy Band Busted, and The Singing Kettle.
Well, I'm familiar with the first 2, but the Singing Kettle's a mystery to me.
I don't know who the Singing Kettle is. The Singing Kettle. One could only assume that it's a kettle that sings.
Well, of course.
The Singing Kettle, Volume 1. Here we go. What is this crap? This is just like some bootleg video. This is The Singing Kettle, Volume 1.
On the last day of September, the big ship sails away. Oh, the big ship sails through the
Scottish. She's not the nurse from Dr. Range, is she?
No. Let me check.
Hang on. Here we go.
Nurse Morag.
Yeah,
No,
we go.
this is old.
Yeah, well, this... Could be, couldn't it?
No, but I've seen her before.
No, wait, is it her?
No.
All right, find out the name of Nurse Morag, please, and I'll tell you if it's her. Okay. The Singing Kettle? That would induce fits, surely. You wouldn't play that to kids. Singing Kettle.
Nurse Morag.
Go on. This is what you want from a national speech station, is working, that was close, is working out the name of Nurse Morag on Dr. Range.
Her name is Morag Calder.
No, but what's her real name?
Yeah, Morag Calder.
Oh, for goodness, she's not really called Morag.
She is.
No, she's not.
She is, and he's called Range.
Shut up, man.
Yes.
They should be telling me they're actually medically trained.
Yes.
What the? Even other piano music by the
Hold on. Says here that former River City star Morag Calder joins cast of lesbian drama Lip Service.
I would like
know
to
about
watch
that.
Smoky Nurse Morag involved in some hot lady love.
That was in 2012.
Wowzers.
Morag, who played Ruth Rossi in the Shield Lynch soap. I'm saying that wrong.
Yeah, you
It's
are.
a Scottish thing.
Yeah, you are.
Well, sorry, Scotland. Will play a policewoman in the new series to be shown later this year.
So is she a nurse? Or is she an
I
actor?
think she might be just an actress, I feel.
Excuse me? She's an...
Actor.
Thank you. It's
I
2018.
can say it. I can say it.
It's
I'm
28.
reclaiming the word.
It's
I'm
28.
reclaiming the word.
2018.
I'm reclaiming the word. It's my word.
No, it's not.
It's my
Well,
word.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not because you're a producer.
I'm a female.
Well, we haven't had the test results back from the laboratory yet.
Oh, my two children coming out of my
Yet you refuse-
gender suggest I'm female.
Yet you refuse to sit in my Pope chair. Why? It's very
Yes,
discreetly
Morag.
done.
Morag Calder.
Anyway, so Mozart can cure kids with...
Yeah, but don't hit
epilepsy.
him with a singing kettle because we...
Flipping heck, man, that would... Hey, listen, on Saturday I went and did a really... Kirsten Ashby, we've talked about Kirsten before. She was the young lady, 27 I think, who last November was attacked by this absolute arsehole of a human being and was set alight. It's a horrible, horrible story. Sorry, complete clunky gear change, but she was set alight. Horrific burns. And she was in a coma for a month, a medically induced coma, I think, for a month. And this was all sort of November and December. And she got out of hospital about 3 or 4 weeks ago. She's living with her mum and dad. And I went and interviewed her on Saturday. She is the most remarkable person. I don't say that in a patronising way, because this is the first interview she's ever done. Her parents spoke to a couple of the papers, but that's it. And this is the first interview that she has ever done. And I'll tell you why she's a hero, right? And we'll play it out one night this week, maybe tomorrow or Wednesday we'll play it out, probably about 11 o'clock. And we'll put it out as a podcast. It's incredible. But the reason she's a hero is because, right, this attack, this attempted murder happened. She was round neighbours. She didn't know that well. A woman and her boyfriend. 5 kids in the house. The kids were sleeping. And she doesn't really remember a lot of the evening. Right? She gets flashes of it. And the last flash she had was that she seemed to remember folding something up and being stood in the living room with drinks behind her. And then in the doorway was this guy and his girlfriend and 2 kids, about 4 and 6, stood in front of the girlfriend, blocking the doorway. And the guy said something like, "I'm going to do it." Covered her in petrol, set fire to Kirsten. Right. And Kirsten said, "I remember, I couldn't go backwards because there was loads of booze behind me, and I couldn't run out to get to the kitchen or get out of the house, the flat, because the girlfriend was stood in the doorway and she had petrol on her leg, and the 2 kids were stood there." And she said, I'm getting chills thinking about it. She said, "If I ran out the doorway, I'd have set those kids on fire. So I just stood there and took it." If I ran out the doorway, I would have set those kids on fire, so I stood there. Jeez. And she said, I'm tearing up here, saying it, recounting it. It's so horrific. And she said it so calmly, recounted this so calmly to me. Her mum and dad were sat there. Her mum her mum found it really difficult, actually. Lynn found it really difficult, and we stopped a couple of times because her mum was getting upset. And then 10 minutes later, we're joking about when they went to a restaurant with her 9-year-old daughter Madison, who I met and was just delightful. And Madison was wearing these, like the first time they'd been out as a family. Madison's wearing these Mickey Mouse ears. And the waiter, who they knew, they were friendly with the waiter. It was something like, they say it better than me. And the waiter said, "And what would the young lady with the ears like?" And her dad went, "What, you're saying because my daughter's not got ears?" as a joke. And they all burst out like. And this is the great thing about this. We've got to go to the break in a minute. This is the great thing about the humour that this family have got, which you need, otherwise you would go nuts. Tell this incredible story of the attack, and we don't dwell too long on the attack because for me it's the recovery, it's the story, and it's horrific. And there are moments when we're all kind of tearing up a bit, apart from Kirsten, who's like, "I'm telling this." And then they'll just say something ridiculous that has happened. It is incredible, right? It's absolutely incredible. It was a privilege to meet her. And I hope I've said if they want to stay in touch with me, I'd be more than welcome to, because there's some family. And I met Madison, the daughter, and she was really shy for 10 minutes like kids are, and they're not. We'll play it out at some point this week, and we'll put it out as a podcast. Another hour to go, dear listener. 03444991000. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
I hear the drums echoing tonight, but she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. 03444991000 is the telephone number. The last hour of the Late Night Alternative, Monday to Fridays on Talk Radio on DAB. Download the app. Go to talkradio.co.uk. It's a phone-in show, unlike any other phone-in show. In that you can call in about anything you want. Big, small, light, heavy, silly, frivolous and stupid, or, the worthy and whatever. You can call in. You phone up 0344 499 1000. You speak to James. He takes your name and number and gives you a call straight back. There's only, I think, 3 people now after last week's shenanigans that are not welcome, and they know pretty much who they are. Apart from that, everyone else is welcome. There's no real rules. The only rules are... Oh, that was a good one, wasn't it? The only rules are, don't swear, don't be libelous. There is a 7-second delay, which means if you say something that is not meant to be, that is not fit for broadcast, I can press the dump button and it doesn't get broadcast. And, if you phone up, it's not like a lot of other lazy phone-in radio shows where if you phone up spouting absolute cobblers, they just nod and go, okay, interesting point, thanks for your call. You will get challenged. But then that's more fun for you, isn't it? If you get challenged, that's more fun and more use for you. I find it really useful to be... My 8-year-old now, really into arguing, and he's started to work out the rules of arguing, and that he can actually question what adults say, and I love it. I love it. It started about 6 months ago, where he said something. I said, no, I don't think that's right. He said, no, it is. And we had an argument, and the youngest was in hysterics and thought it was like really, thought it was thrilling. Thought it was thrilling that there was this argument going back and forth, and it was great. But, what I'm finding with the 8-year-old is he's really bright. And sometimes he's said things and I've argued, and then halfway through I've gone, oh, maybe there is something in that. Maybe there is. It's a sport. So, be prepared to be challenged is what I will say. Saying that, there's no phone calls. Bank holidays are always a weird old, fish of a show. It's a strange time. Half term as well. So, I'd imagine a lot of people have gone away.
Yeah, and it's been really clammy all day, hasn't it?
Yeah, apparently it's hot out. I mean, we've got the aircon on. I've put it up a little bit. But apparently it's hot out there tonight. It's a hot night.
Would you more storms?
I hope so. The storm on Saturday night was just fantastic.
Well, I just got into bed at that point when the sky started to light up. I've got really light curtains.
Yeah, oh man.
So I just closed my eyes and I sort of sensed the room had lit up, and I opened my eyes thinking, was that lightning, or am I having some sort of episode?
Yes,
it was lightning.
This horrible flat I'm in is the top floor, and it's like a loft conversion. So my 2 windows, the Velux windows, so they're on a slope. So I can't, if I open it, I can't really have it open when it's raining because just the rain comes in. But it was, so I had to open a little bit, but the lightning and the noise, it was great. This new house has got a conservatory.
You'll be out there, won't you?
Next thunderstorm, I'm sat in the conservatory with a cafetiere of coffee, just watching it, taking it all in, man, taking it all in. But it's exciting. I love thunderstorms. I love being out. I don't like being out when it's like raining, but when it's chucking it down like that and it drenches you, I love that. There's something very exciting about that. Have you done it outside in the rain?
No.
Okay, because you have done it outside a lot.
What are we talking about doing? Have I done what outside in the rain?
Sexual intercourse. No. Well, you have, and I'm not in any way slut shaming you.
No.
But you have had sex outside a lot.
Not a lot, no.
Well, significantly more than me.
Well, I'm just...
More or less than 1,000 times.
Oh, God, less! Less than 500.
Less than that?
No, you haven't. I grew up in the countryside.
No.
So,
You only said the first syllable of the word countryside. And then you went on to another word. I had to dump that. You will have heard that, YouTubers.
Wow.
I had to dump my producer Catherine for dropping the C-bomb on my family radio show.
Family radio show?
You're talking about you brought up the subject of sex,
No,
and then
you
you dropped a C-bomb.
You have.
Then you just said, "I've done it in the."
You volunteered it. You volunteered my.
You said, "I've done
history.
it in the C word." You said, "I've done it in the C word."
Anyway.
But never.
No one saw.
But they heard. But you have not done. I tell you, once
You nearly did it, didn't you?
in a back garden,
And then you went, "Oh, this
with an
is
older
mean."
with an
Old
older
lady.
woman. She wasn't old, an older woman. Man alive, what an adventure that could have been. And it's outside. We were stood up, and it was really chucking it down, and she was getting into it. I went, "Can we not go in? It's a bit wet." The weather. And so we did.
Oh, well, that's a charming story. I mean, of wild abandon.
An older lady, and she...
An old lady.
An older...
Older than who? My gran?
She would be in her 50s now. I was 24. She was 32.
Okay.
So it's 8 years. It's all right. So she would be...
What the hell she do messing around with a 24-year-old? That's a bit weird. Was she weird?
No. She was lovely. She was lovely. Do you remember as well that she... you go round to she was house sharing, and there's a big... You know the big sweetie jars, the glass sweetie jars you get in, used to get in newsagents. You go, can I have some pound of cola cubes?
Yes.
The big sweetie jars. She had one of those on the coffee table.
It's for her boyfriends.
No.
For when they finish the paper round.
God, no. Filled up to the top with grass. Weed.
Gosh.
Drugs. What a time to be alive.
Your mum knew you were hanging around with this woman.
Because my mum.
She'd enticed you over with sweets and grass.
No. I was 24. I was
I
was a child of nature. 24. And I snogged her the night before I went to Pakistan. And I was like, because I had such bad luck with girls.
So
and no one had shown...
someone's mum.
No one... Oh, shut... Will you be quiet? No one had shown any interest in me for ages. And then this beautiful woman snogged me. And I said, I'm going to Pakistan tomorrow for 3 months. She went, oh, well. I said, well, that's a shame. Then I came back and then,
She showed you a garden.
Didn't have a garden. First time I'd ever seen decking.
Of course she didn't. She was too busy smoking grass.
Come on now.
She wasn't going to be mowing it.
Come on, Catherine. A bit of respect for women, womankind. You said earlier on, you were a woman.
I claimed, yeah.
Yeah, and yet that claim doesn't bear much scrutiny, does it? You're attacking.
I'm not letting you scrutinise it, no.
I wish someone would call in.
Is this part of your arguing lessons?
Yeah, this is what me and the boy were talking about.
So she had no grass at all?
Paved over it. Right. come on. I wish someone would call in.
Why?
Because
now we're talking about you, not me.
I'm sick and tired of talking to you. I'm sick and tired of the echo chamber of you. Exactly. The echo chamber, yes, like I just said. Yeah, you're just repeating it.
I know, I was doing a joke. Anyway, crack on. Say something interesting.
I will do, mate. It's my job.
Go on, then.
That's my
production, by the way. Go on. Sorry. Interesting.
Our mate Scott went to Scott Balcony of balconyshirts.co.uk fame. Went to see the Rolling Stones last week.
Yeah.
He said they were okay. Right. They were okay. And I don't like the Rolling Stones. But
my brother-in-law had 4 tickets to see them on Friday in his hand.
Yeah.
In his hands.
Yeah.
Couldn't go.
Why?
Children.
Why didn't you give them to me?
Because you had to be in the forces. And I don't think you graduated from your class, did you?
I've served. I've served.
In
the military.
Which military?
All of them. The aeroplane one?
Yeah. What did you do?
I was a rear gunner. The watery one?
The Navy.
Yeah.
What were you in that?
Wet. And I was in the trenches one.
Oh, God.
That's the,
That's a long time ago.
No. They're bringing it back.
Well, next time I'll tell him.
Yeah.
You don't like them anyway, so it don't matter.
Well, no, I don't like them now. No, I've left. We're talking about the military.
No, the Rolling Stones.
Oh, I know, but I would still like to have gone and seen them.
Just so you go, rubbish.
Yeah, I wanted to slag them off. Jumping Jack Flash wasn't Mick, it was Keith's aged gardener. And as the Stones go on tour again, and they always do this, they have been doing this with the Stones since the late 70s, combined age, 294. They always do that, and I've never got the combined age thing.
They're just highlighting the fact they're old fellas.
The other fascinating true life inspirations behind their greatest hits. So they've got their songs and what they're about. But there's a song here called Hey Negrita.
Oh.
Named after the Spanish words for a black girl, negra.
Yeah.
And used as a term of endearment.
Yeah, negrita.
Part joyous white reggae.
Oh, dear. Oh, it sounds awful.
Part sensuous Latino rhythm. It was Ronnie Wood who came up with the catchy guitar lick. Can we say this now? Can we say this? Ronnie Wood can't paint for toffee. Have you seen Ronnie Wood's paintings?
No. Are they no cop?
They are flipping awful, right? I'm going to show you. There's the shop in Windsor that's got Ronnie Wood's paintings. Ronnie Wood's paintings.
Bet they smell of fags, don't they?
Keith, here we go. Oh, look at that! Look at that! That's rubbish.
Oh.
Yeah. That is rubbish.
It's a bit. It does look a bit like a GCSE,
doesn't it? Look at this.
Does he just paint pictures of himself and his mates?
Hang on, that's not by him.
All right.
That's not by him. Right, hang on. Ronnie Wood's art exhibition. Let's see how much one of these is going to cost. Look at that. Look at that, mate. Look at that. Look at it. That is rubbish.
There's a lot going on.
Inquire for pricing.
Oh, meaning if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Yeah, that's 20 grand then, isn't it? It's just... Look at that one of Mick Jagger.
Is it just him and his mates?
Yeah.
It's just pictures of.
Inquire for pricing. How much? Right.
Oh, he's got one of Slash there.
He's got one of Slash, one of Dylan somewhere. How much are Ronnie Wood's paintings? Let's see. Flipping it. Well, what's this? Is this an original? This has got to be a print. It's a print. 1,500 quid. That's a print. That's not even. That's not the painting. That's a print. Flipping heck. 1,500 quid. Oh, look at this one of Mick Jagger. Look at that. That is awful. It's a print. £1,000. Flipping heck, mate. Ronnie Wood.
He would, wouldn't he?
Unfortunately, yes, he would.
Uncut, after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee. On Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
I'm not going to give out the phone number because people don't want to call, and that's fine. So we'll just sit and chat. If you want to call, Google the phone number.
We're not going to beg you.
No. So these are the stories. Okay. Right. So these are the stories behind the songs. Brown Sugar. That's about black women, isn't it? Having sex with black women. It should sound effing dirty. Jagger scolded his bandmates as they recorded it. The lyrics certainly had an edge, with references to slavery, rape, and interracial sex. Those Rolling Stones.
Why is the Daily Mail listed them in that order?
It was written in Jagger.
As if interracial sex is wrong.
It was written by Jagger in Australia in 1969 when he was playing the lead role in the movie Ned Kelly about the notorious outlaw. By the way, I'm going to start doing a new podcast series when I get to the new house.
Oh, yeah?
About pop stars doing movies.
Oh, that sounds good.
It does sound good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to do it, though?
Yeah. No, totally going to do it. I'm setting up that room as a studio. I'm going to bring out 2 or 3 podcasts a day. I'm just going to make so much stuff. You think they're sick of me now? You wait. Just going to churn it out. Don't care. Just got to create. The title, Brown Sugar, was controversial, street slang for heroin, but certainly more acceptable than its original title, Black Pussy.
No, shut up.
That's what it says here. That's what it says.
Shut up.
And Black Pussy, how come you tits? It says it, but you don't believe me. Go on, you read the rest of it out. Black Pussy.
No. It was. Dirty Gets.
Dirty Gets, go on.
African-American singer-actress Marsha Hunt, mother of Jagger's first child, Caris, has always said she was the inspiration for the song, though backing singer Claudia Lanier, believed it was about her. She says that around the time Brown Sugar became a hit, she and Jagger were often seen together in restaurants and nightclubs in Los Angeles. That's why people thought the song was about me, and Mick later confirmed that it was. Decades later, Jagger conceded his lyrics may have gone a bit far. God knows what I'm on about, and the song is such a mishmash. All the nasty subjects in one go. Nasty subjects? Mick? I never would write that song now. I'll probably censor myself. I think, oh God, I can't. I've got to stop. I can't just roll like that. Today, Claudia Lanier is in her late 60s, having gone on to work with Tina Turner, and she was also the muse for David Bowie's song, Lady Grinning Soul. Okay.
I wonder what state her black pussy is in.
Flipping heck, Mick Jagger, you dirty old goat.
Honky Tonk Woman.
Right.
Originally called Honky Tonk Fanny. This began as...
Honky Tonk's a bordello, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is really inappropriate. My granddad used to call me Honky Tonk. I was a child, and his granddaughter. He also used to call me Toots.
OK. This began as a playful country pastiche composed by Jagger and Richards while on holiday in Mato Grosso, a rainforest area of Brazil, at a ranch with their girlfriend muses Marianne Faithfull and Anita Pallenberg. Richards had been riffing off
Oh, dirty sod.
a 1952 Hank Williams country song called Honky Tonk Blues. Jagger adapted its lyrics based on an encounter with a prostitute. Indeed, on stage, he often introduces the number by saying,
Do the voice.
"Oh, this is a song for all the whores in the audience." The line,
He really does love women, though, doesn't he?
"She blew my nose and then she blew my mind," implies both cocaine and sex. At the time, Pallenberg was pregnant with Richards' child, and he later said, Mick and I were fooling around with an old Hank Williams idea. We really thought we were like real cowboys, honky-tonk women. We were sitting in the middle of nowhere. The chicks loved it. Pallenberg died last year, aged 73. Her fellow honky-tonk woman, Marianne Faithfull, now 71, paid tribute saying, "We had good times and bad..." I can't really do her voice. She's quite posh, isn't she?
Yes, and she's got a very smoky voice.
But I only remember the good times now. She taught me so much. Okay, right, boy. Tumbling Dice. Part inspiration was... That's boring. It's boring. I'm bored. Bored of that. They're a bit boring.
It's just a list of women they've either fancied or...
Paid for.
Yeah.
I don't really get the Rolling Stones. Don't really get them. There's a quiz in the Daily Star. Let's see what's going on in the quiz, guys. Huh?
Angie.
When will you be mine? Here we go. Little bit of fun. It's a bit of a fun quiz, Catherine. Let's see who's the brightest out of me and you.
All right.
It's in the sun. It's in the Star, and there's some boobs. There's a wadge.
God.
There's some boobs and a wadge.
I've never heard it referred to as that before.
A wadge?
Yeah.
What do you want to call it? A wang chung?
Why would you call it that? Isn't that a fighting reference?
Oh, it's a song. Wang Chung. Wang Chung was a band and a song, wasn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. Everybody.
Oh, I'm thinking Wing Chun.
Yeah, Wing Chun Kung Fu. Holiday fun. Here's a holiday fun question. Which of the following... Or what was the bikini named after?
It was named after the beach where they used to wear it, isn't it?
Right. Is it an Italian model? B, the site of a nuclear blast? C, a type of pear?
Oh, nuclear blast.
Thank you, yes. Which of these UK seaside resorts has the longest pleasure pier? Scarborough, Southend-on-Sea, Skegness.
I'm going to go Skeggy.
It's Southend-on-Sea, mate.
Is it?
Well, this is a stupid question. What chocolate would you traditionally find in a 99 ice cream?
Flake.
Big One in Blackpool is the highest watt in the UK.
Roller coaster.
Is it?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you 100% sure about that?
Are they calling it like a Big Dipper or something?
What is ombrophobia?
Is it to do with the fear of the shade?
No. What? No. Fear of rain, fear of work, fear of an empty beer glass. This is a really shit quiz.
A shiz. Fear of work?
No, I don't even care.
Tell me now.
No.
I've got to know.
No, I'm not going
I've got to know. I'm going to look it up then.
You do that, mate.
Ombro. I bet you're not pronouncing it right.
I bet I am pronouncing it right. Bet I'm pronouncing it very, very right.
Uh-huh.
Very, very right indeed. I don't know if I just...
Rain?
No, yeah. You didn't give that as an option. This is boring as well. What should we do for the last 35 minutes of the show? I feel we should do something.
Do you want me to go and see if I've got the Uno cards?
No.
I might not have them. They might not be an option.
Here we go. Carrots. There's been an upswing in the number of carrots people are eating. But, trust me, it would look like Britain's supermarkets are going through a carrot boom, okay? With 800 million more of them going through the tills than 5 years ago. So it was a billion more. Maybe the American billion, which I think is now the standard billion. American billion is 1,000 million. British billion was 1,000,000 million. But I think we just use the 1,000 million as a billion now. I think. Anyway.
It's a lot. It's a lot of carrot.
It appears we've caught the healthy eating bug. The root of the issue, however, is rather different. In a growing scam at the self-service checkout, customers are cutting the cost of more expensive fruit and veg by passing them off as carrots. Swindlers are taking advantage of touch screens by registering pricey loose items like avocados as carrots, which are one of the least costly items in the aisles by weight. Now, I'm always tell the truth when it comes to the self-scanning thing.
Yeah.
Except the other week, and I did this, I was in Waitrose. I was waiting to meet you at Shepherd's Bush. So we were in Shepherd's Bush. And I was in Waitrose, and I had a sandwich and I had a pear. But the pear, you couldn't do the pear on the self-service for some reason. They said you have to take this to the till. And I just thought, oh, for goodness sake.
Why? What's so special about pears?
I don't know, but I just put it in the bag. But then I tell you what I did to slightly counter it, because I felt guilty. It only slightly is I paid for 2 plastic bags instead of 1, when I'd only used 1.
Right.
But still, I walked out feeling like.
Oh man!
I walked out feeling like Osama bin Laden or something.
I can't look you in the eye.
No,
anymore.
it was terrible. Felt terribly guilty about it. It was a lovely pair. I don't think of buying pairs.
Pears are meant to be great if you're trying to lose weight, aren't they?
I don't know.
Because don't they make you
Wanna shout?
There's something that does get your digestion going.
They give you the squits. I think they do. Another method is to switch labels on pre-selected products, according to experts. Emmeline Taylor, a senior lecturer in criminology, said it could explain why 800 million more carrots were apparently sold last year than 2013.
They've got an expert in criminology in on this one.
Yes, they have. She
Okay.
described how she was working with retailers to reduce shoplifting when one major supermarket discovered it had sold more carrots than it ever had in stock. Puzzled by this development, it looked into its inventories and found that in some cases, customers were apparently purchasing 18 kilograms of carrots in one go. Unfortunately, this wasn't a sudden switch to healthy eating, she said. It was an early sign of a new type of shoplifter. Peanuts are cheaper than pine nuts. Cooking tomatoes are cheaper than vine tomatoes. And, of course, carrots are cheaper by weight than most other fruit and vegetables. Recognising this, many customers switch labels or deliberately input a different item on loose products. Oh, no, I couldn't do that. No, I couldn't do that. These people deserve hangings too good for these scumbags. I would shoot them in the kneecaps.
I'd make them eat all the carrots.
Dr. Taylor, you know what colour carrots used to be?
Purple.
Yeah, purple. But the king of Denmark? Because he liked orange, didn't he?
You're thinking of William of Orange?
No. The Danish, the national colour of Daneland, Danemark, of Daneland, Danes. Denmark is different to the Danish, isn't it?
No.
The Dutch, I'm thinking of. The Dutch.
Yeah, so Holland.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Their national colour is orange.
William of Orange, yeah.
Right. No, it's not that him.
It's to do with him, yeah.
It's not.
It is.
It really isn't. God, it's like being in an echo chamber in here with you.
No, it's not.
It literally is. You're just echoing me.
I'm contradicting you. It's not the same thing.
You see, it's like an echo, though. It's just an echo.
No, an echo beat. It's like an echo. Like,
I don't think you even know what an echo chamber is.
See, I didn't even speak then.
But there you did. Now you're doing it. Do you know what an echo chamber is?
Yes.
It's when everything's echoing around, and it's what you're doing.
I'm not.
You're not letting me speak.
You'd be annoyed. You would be overjoyed if it was an echo chamber, because that would mean you were right all the time.
You're not even letting me speak, because the echo is just too resonant here. I'm going to get mufflers. I'm going to get you some mufflers, and then hopefully we can deaden that echo that is just going around and around.
I'll stop
there it is. There's the echo.
Stop being wrong, and I'll stop
There's
talking.
the echo. There's the echo. It's an echo chamber. This is what this is the problem with the far left.
Wow.
Is that you just echo everybody else.
Huh?
It's an echo chamber. So they used to be purple, and the Danes, the Dutch said, orange is our colour. We're going to make carrots orange, and thank God they did, because I wouldn't like to eat. I wouldn't like to put anything purple in my mouth.
Like beetroot. I love a bit of beetroot.
I was thinking more of helmets. The practice has become so commonplace in Britain that many shoppers have convinced themselves they're not actually committing a crime.
They're wrong.
She now uses an acronym for those who commit so-called discount theft. Swipers.
That stands for?
Seemingly well-intentioned patrons engaging in routine shoplifting.
Just missed bit out there. Seemingly well-intentioned patrons
engaging
in
routine shoplifting. That
swipiers.
Swipiers. She has divided swipers into 4 categories.
Oh gosh.
Accidental shoppers claim an item wasn't recorded because they couldn't get it to scan or didn't realise it hadn't registered on the till.
Liars.
That's me. Switchers swap labels or input details of a different, cheaper item. I used to do that in Our Price. I'd swap labels on CDs and records. But that was, the last time I did that was when there was an Our Price in Windsor. So that just tells you how long ago it was. So a CD I wanted that was 15 quid. I couldn't afford that, so I swapped it for something for $7.99.
That does not make it right.
But I needed to have the album, False Start by Love. I needed to have it, and I'm glad I did. Glad I did it. Switchers swap labels. They dismiss it as being not real theft, as an item has been paid for. Compensators satisfy their conscience by telling themselves the retailer has already saved money by replacing a worker with a machine. And the frustrated blame the often infuriating experience of using self-service tills for cheating the supermarket.
You fall into all of those categories.
Oh, piss off.
It was. It's because you couldn't be bothered to go and see a person with your pet.
Is that echo? It's the echo again. It's like being in a flipping echo chamber, hanging out with you.
You.
0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The radio show for people who know the best part of the day is the night.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Oh dear, what can the matter be? 3 old ladies stuck in the lavatory.
They've been there from Monday through Saturday. Nobody knew they were there.
Oh, well, what did they eat?
Each other.
Flippin' heck, mate. A little bit raunchy at this time of night. G! That's your cue to speak. Hello, G?
Not there.
Not there. There we go.
Gone.
You have convinced yourself, tweeter, texter, you have convinced yourself you haven't committed theft when you took the pear. No, I stole the pear. I felt really, really bad. I've not convinced myself I hadn't taken it. I convinced myself that I'd done a really, really bad thing, and somehow I will make amends. I don't quite know what that will be, but I'll make amends.
Can't put a pear back in there.
Well, I could lay a pear, but no. This is what I do as one gets older. You know, you've got to take up an inventory of your day and look at where you've made mistakes and what you can do to fix those mistakes. Make amends, whether it's directly or indirectly, and that's what I will be doing at some point.
I hit a pigeon today. So it would move.
With a hammer, guys?
No.
With an actual hammer?
In the car. It was just sitting in the middle of the road. If pigeons could do that.
I beat the horn when I approach birds in the road.
Well, I said, move, pigeon, inside the car.
I beat the horn and I slow down, and if I see a cat on the pavement and it's eyeing up the road to go for it, I beep. Beep, send it back. Send it back. I couldn't hit a cat. When I move, the cat's coming with me, hopefully. Well, it should do. The boys are a little bit upset about that, but it's the best thing. And I'm going to buy Russian hamsters. Decided I'm definitely going to buy some Russian hamsters.
Right.
Definitely happening.
Your cat's going to eat them.
Yeah. Hello, Hercules.
Hi, hi, Katrin. I just want to say I love you all.
We love you, man.
Thank you. Good show.
Well, what, tonight?
No, all the time.
All the time.
Hey, thanks, man. How are you doing?
Yeah, not so bad. I'm a guest in this country. I'm a Georgian nationality, so far I like here.
How long have you been here for?
2 years.
Yeah, well, we're glad that you're here. Is it Hercules or Hercule?
Hercules.
Beautiful. The proper way of saying it. Well done. Yeah. And why do you listen to this rubbish?
No, it's not rubbish. It's, I don't know, it's like talk radio, like my best friend, you know?
Oh, man. Well, can I ask you then, while we've got you on the line, Hercules, what is the sexiest instrument?
I think violin.
Oh, the violin. If it's played well, and the body movement goes into it, that is a very, very, that is an erotic thing. But if it's played badly, even like a tiny mistake, then it's all hell breaks loose.
Thanks for your time, and once again, I love you all.
We love you, Hercules. Peace and love, man. Yeah. Bye-bye. What a nice guy.
He rang up the other night, and I said, "Oh, do you want to speak to Ian?" "Oh, no, I'm afraid. I'm glad he wasn't afraid tonight."
No, he should be very afraid, because we actually had a tracer on that call, and I know exactly where he lives. And at any point in the next 6 months, I'm going to defecate on his doorstep.
Wow.
Yeah.
He sounded very charming.
Yeah. Man. Okay, let's have a look. Down. Here we go. Take away for now. Jilly Cooper. By the way, guys, just Google Jilly Cooper from 1973. Unbelievable. 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 I've done that. Oh, they've done that. There's not really a lot else in the papers. At times like this, I wish I had a bit of content. It's supermarket sweep at the British Museum. Give countries... Oh, this is great. Give countries 2 minutes to grab stolen treasures, says BBC historian. That is great. The British Museum should have a supermarket sweep where countries have 2 minutes to take back their artefacts, a BBC historian has suggested. David Olusoga said there was a moral imperative for relics to be returned and that it would help our relationship with the Commonwealth after Brexit. Born in Nigeria, he said he felt strongly that the Benin bronzes should be given back to the country of his heritage after they were seized in violent raids in the late 19th century. I do think it, because I was involved with the Greeks for a long time, and I can't remember what I try not to call them the Elgin marbles, but I can't remember what
Parthenon marbles.
The Parthenon. Why have we got them? Why have we got them?
Well, the story is that that they were being left to rot, but
Yeah,
I think that's
well, they were, but now they have a wonderful museum. Brand new, probably about 5 years old now, multi-million euro museum opposite the Parthenon. And it's stunning, absolutely stunning. And so they would sit in there. I'm sure there's plenty of space for those to sit in there. There's a weird thing about, is it the Parthenon? What's the Parthenon's the mountain. What's the building called? Have I got that right?
Oh, is it called the Temple?
No, it's the, what is it? Hang on a minute, Mitch will know. Mitch?
Hello?
Mitch, the Parthenon...
Right.
Yeah, the Parthenon, is that the mountain, or is that the name of the building on the top of it in Athens?
Haven't got a clue, mate.
Got a clue. I thought you called in to give us that. All right, never mind, what you got?
I'm just driving back from a gig at the moment. I was in Burnham-on-Sea at Pontins.
Oh, beautiful.
So, yeah. Lovely, lovely place.
I bet it was great. What were you doing?
I was singing. Yeah, I'm a singer. I do weddings, a little bit of everything, really.
Beautiful. Living the dream, man, isn't it, surely?
Well, it is, yeah. You only work probably twice a week, Friday and Saturday nights mainly, and tonight, because it's a bank holiday, yeah, you get pretty busy, so...
And it pays the bills?
It definitely pays the bills. Just got a mortgage, so pretty happy with that.
Hey, nice one, man. If you could, this is the trick. This is the trick that me and Catherine have worked out. If you can get paid for doing what you love, then
oh, it's true, yeah.
Quids in.
It's hard these days, though, being self-employed. That's the thing, because obviously you've got to get your 3 years booked, earning a certain amount, and it is hard. That's the thing. I'm only 25, so.
Oh well, there you go. By the way, the one of them is called the Acropolis, but I think that's the mountain.
That's the rock.
The mountain.
The rocky outcrop.
Yeah, and the Parthenon is the building. Mm-hmm. Right, okay. We've established that. There's a little bit of education for you, Mitch.
Okay, cheers, mate.
What have you got for us? Or you just phoned up to say hello?
Yeah, just calling to say hello, because I normally listen to you every time I go onto a gig anyway, so it's just a good show to listen to.
What's the song that gets everyone, yeah, let's get it, now we've started, now the gig is going?
I always think Mr. Brightside by The Killers. I think that one gets people going.
It's a good song, that. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Then what's the plan then, Mitch? Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time, young man?
I don't know. I'm pretty happy doing the thing that I'm doing. Like I say, I do weddings and I do holiday parks, and I make a decent living from it. It's not too bad. Like I say, I only work twice a week, so it's all right.
Do you does the Pontins singer?
Yeah.
Get the the ladies. I don't know if you're married or whatever, but do you get women coming up to you or gentlemen coming up to you afterwards and saying, I'm in chalet number 226.
I don't get that, to be honest, no.
Okay, well...
No.
Okay, you're okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Mitch.
He's a gentleman and it's 2018.
Well, all right, mate.
Yeah, well, I'm engaged anyway, so...
Good. Okay, right. All right, Mitch.
Yeah.
I hear you, buddy.
Yeah.
I hear you, buddy.
He's tapping his nose.
I hear. Hey, listen, man, nice one. Thanks for calling. Have a safe journey back.
Yeah, thank you very much, mate.
Cheers, fella. Ta-ta.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
03444991000 is the... is Andre coming on? Is Andre fancy? Doesn't want to come on?
I can't hold back with him.
Hey, unbelievable behaviour. Andre. I think one of the issues that, basically, we, all the stuff in the British Museum, we have because we think the natives can't look after it themselves. It's that white British English arrogance.
Imperialism.
Yeah, but the Greeks did do, I don't know if they still do it, but there was, for a time they let the Parthenon rot, and then they undertook a programme of like reconstructing it. So you'd have like a lot, I think I've got this right, a lot of what you see on the Parthenon is like 50 years old because they've just rebuilt it and stuff, and which is a weird way to go. But then isn't a lot of Stonehenge rebuilt? Stonehenge blew over.
Gosh.
This is...
I that rings a bell with me as well. You know, mummies used to be sold like as cures and things. They used to grind them down. You could buy mummy powder.
Yeah, mummy powder. I'd love a bit of mummy powder. There's Stonehenge.
Blown over.
Yeah. I think some of it is some of Stonehenge is not real stone. I think. No, I want to say fiberglass, but that wouldn't be right, would it? Good evening, Andre.
Hi, I think it's polystyrene sprayed grey.
That's it. That was it. I knew it was something. Yes.
Yeah, I think it might be because it's a bit flimsy and wobbly and that. I've seen it, but it's not that real.
Yeah, you're not allowed to touch it anymore.
Pardon? Oh, yeah. I might have a song in a minute, if you hold the fire, yeah?
Okay, if you turn the radio off.
Well, I've got my lappy here.
Okay.
Hold on, right, hold on.
Yes.
Is that all right?
There we go.
Right, it's a bit lagging a bit here, but it shouldn't be long, okay?
Okay.
It's lagging behind a bit.
Okay, Paul Ross is on in like 10, 12 minutes.
Well, I've got to make it, that's what I'm saying. So I've got a brilliant song lined up for you.
Helen has texted us. I'm at work, so I can't call. I have to confess to weighing crappy potatoes and actually getting posh new potatoes in Asda. That's Helen, ashamed.
Wow.
I didn't know you could get posh potatoes in Asda.
You can't get nothing posh in Asda.
No, that's what I thought.
So I go to Sainsbury's.
Go to Sainsbury's, Helen, that an old drunk man is telling you.
Yeah, did you ever tell you I've never touched a drop in my life?
Okay. So, I've seen you swigging from a bottle of wine at 10 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so...
Yeah, other than that, though, I've done... Well, hold on here. This is playing up, and I really want to get this song quick.
Okay, so, well...
Just talk to someone else just for a couple of minutes, yeah?
There's literally no one else.
Oh, that's right. So far, then. I think that's just asking me that, right? Come on, Lappy. Right, here, let's do it this way. You do it proper. No, not Mac the Knife. Don't want that one. If I just put that on a minute. Hold on here. I'm just like sort of talking to myself. I know that's the first sign of madness, but the second sign's answering himself back. Isn't it? Hold on.
Dear God.
Right, I know I've got the airwaves to myself how I like it. Oh, here it comes.
Yeah, there we go.
Hold fire. I've got YouTube now.
For crying out loud, man.
Ages. Yeah, it's lagging then, but it's here now.
Yeah.
Right, you wait for this.
We have been.
This. Yeah, it's coming. Mind you, so it's
Christmas.
No, hold on.
No, but seriously.
Right.
It is, though.
Right, hold on 2 seconds and I'll be with you.
Oh, for God's sakes, man!
Hold on, Ian.
Well, I can't hold on much longer. Paul Ross is on at 1. You'll be crashing into his show.
No, I won't, because it's only a 3-minute song, yeah?
3-minute song and a 10-minute
12
fine.
to get it, yeah.
Right. Hold on, here it is, hold on.
We are holding on.
Seriously. Right, we're here. That's it, I've got it. Right, here we go, Ian, right, ready?
Yes, we've been ready for the last 10 minutes, mate.
Volume up. Come on, play. It won't be wasted. Right, here it goes.
Be with you in a second, Simon.
It's on now. Okay.
Okay, mate, yeah, go on.
Ian?
Yeah?
Right, hold on. From the top.
Can't hear it.
Oh, you know what, I can't be bothered. Yes, Simon?
Yeah. I just wanted to point out something to you about Stonehenge.
Yeah?
It didn't get blown over. Clark Griswold reversed into it.
He did, didn't he?
Thank you very much indeed. He's absolutely great. He went down like dominoes, if I remember correctly, didn't it? Spot on. I'm reading a really good book, which I read about 10 years ago. Less than 10 years ago, when I was doing The Persuasionist, because Adam Buxton recommended it to me. Live from New York. The Complete Uncensored History of Saturday Night Live. And it was about 8 years ago I read it. 9 years ago, because Jackson died 9 years ago. And I read it, and I was going to read it again recently, and I thought, this bit is quite old now. And it's an updated version, so I ordered the updated version. Oh, it's flipping good, man. Everyone hates Chevy Chase. Everyone. Him and Bill Murray had, like, a fist fight in the corridor, yeah. Because Chevy Chase was, like, swanning around, and Bill Murray called him mediocre talent. And then Chevy Chase went to smack him, and Chevy would have been coked off his nut. Went to smack him. And Bill Murray apparently shouted, "Why don't you go and F your wife sometime?" Ooh. And it all got nuts. But it's a cracking read. It's a really, really good read. And it's all, it's just interviews with the people, like little paragraphs from Lorne Michaels and Chevy Chase and Bill Murray. And, it's flipping good. But not a funny programme, Saturday Night Live.
I think sometimes they have good ideas.
Yeah.
And then they sort of peter out.
Yeah.
In a disappointing manner.
Yeah, that's life.
Yes.
A bit like this show.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of taking a week off from the show. I feel I need to recharge a bit. It feels like it's got a little bit flat. The last 2 weeks were really good. Last Friday wasn't great. But I just feel it's just got a little bit flat, and maybe the stress of life is getting too much. Maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I've run out of things to say. That's possible. Maybe my time here is done. I don't know. Maybe I've done what I need to do. After enjoying their honeymoon, Thomas and Rebecca Entwistle were looking forward to the next chapter of their lives. But as they returned to their newly purchased dream home, the couple were greeted by a nightmare in the form of a 6-foot fence outside their front door, and there it is.
Oh, right outside the front door.
That wasn't there when they went away. The wooden panels, which sit just 2 foot from the living room, are thought to have been erected by a farmer who is locked in a dispute with the developer that built the Entwistle's estate. Ooh, flippin' heck. It feels like we are imprisoned in our own house, said Mr. Entwistle, 27. We are being held hostage in a land dispute which has nothing to do with us. Mr. Entwistle, a music teacher, and his wife, 24, moved into the 22,000 four-bedroom property on Persimmon Homes Brookview Estate in Blackburn, Lancashire.
22,000?
Yeah. 220,000, I do apologise. Just for Christmas. However, they came home from an 11-day honeymoon in the Dominican Republic earlier this month to find their view blocked by the fence. I mean, it's a big old fence.
It's like a double-fronted house, and all the windows downstairs are completely obscured by this fence.
Mr. Entwistle understands it was erected by the owner of nearby Upplemickle Hay Farm in a dispute with Persimmon. Persimmon,
I'd say.
Persimmon. What does persimmon mean? Do you know what? I looked up this word the other day.
Isn't it a fruit?
No. Well, it means something as well. Let me try and work it out, then we'll Google it.
You're not thinking parsimonious?
No. It means something. It's like I think it's like an untrustworthy person, like a backstabber or something. Let's Google it. Let's find out. That's what I'm putting my money on. Persimmon. Definition. That's what I'm putting my money on. No, it says here a tree which yields the persimmon, but no. 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 It's a fruit. I'm not buying that.
I think you're thinking of parsimonious.
No, I'm not.
Someone who's unwilling to spend money or use resources.
No, I am not. It's a song. No, I'm not. No, I think someone's hacked the internet. That's what's happened. Someone has hacked the internet. He said, this was our dream home and now it's turned into a nightmare. Rebecca and I have just started our own business and had to fight to get a mortgage and then to get this house. We bought it because of the view.
Oh.
Which has now been replaced by a huge wooden fence nailed to our own little one. It's like having the Berlin Wall in front of our home. The couple who married in July have considered employing a solicitor. Considered? Dude, you've got to do it, man. Get a solicitor. Mr. Entwistle added, at first I was tearful, but now I'm angry. We keep the curtains closed in the front room and spend most of our time upstairs. Well, they are newlyweds. Rebecca is too upset to be in the living room. I'm joking. We just want it sorted out quickly and permanently so we can enjoy our new home in peace. Persimmon, hello, Paul Ross. Holmes said, we are confident none of our... the owner of the farm did not respond to requests. Paul Ross! What's this? What we got here?
Tape revival.
Oh!
Tapes.
I love tapes. Look at this, the 50s, and the Small Faces and Buddy. I love a bit of Buddy Holly.
Look at the outfits on the Small Faces. They look like Camp Thunderbirds.
The Small Faces are a weird band, aren't they? Because the first song was written by Kenny Lynch. Sha-la-la-la Lee was written by Kenny. Yeah, it was written by Kenny Lynch. And they were like, they were like these rockers, and they were packaged as this kind of, sort of Herman's Hermits type.
But, Steve Marriott had been an actor with a film with David Hemmings, and he mimed to playing the instrument.
Yeah.
So he'd been like a child actor.
He was in something with Tony Robinson, wasn't he? They were good friends growing up. In Oliver, maybe. Something. They were in something.
It was almost compulsory for early 60s rock bands to be in Oliver, wasn't it? I think Lionel Bart insisted on it.
Yeah, Davy Jones. There you go. You're looking very summery.
Yeah, although this shirt's too big for me. It's one of those irritating ones. I took it back. I've had it about 4 or 5 years. I took it back because the large was too small.
Right.
And the extra large was too... It's like
Nothing
a smock.
in the middle.
No,
I know.
a smock.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
What is on your show tonight, please?
Well, the one thing I'm really looking forward to is the chap who in 117 days has climbed the 7 highest peaks on 7 continents. Antarctica, he's been to southern Russia, so Europe. He's climbed Everest about 9 days ago, so he joins us live. 4 years ago, he broke his back in a surfing accident. So he's a top man. I'm looking forward to that. And we're talking to a woman who's found a way to check if dolphins in captivity are happy. I don't think they can possibly be happy in captivity.
No, I'm not a fan of any of that.
There used to be a dolphinarium on Oxford Street below ground, and these poor things were like held in a dungeon.
No.
Yeah, there was a dolphinarium. When the Academy One cinema shut in the early 70s, they turned it briefly into a dolphinarium, and then there was a weird monkey world exhibit down there as well.
Flipping
Cruel times, the 1970s,
I don't like. I can't.
Cruel times.
I can't. The family went to the zoo the other day, and I said, "Do you know what? I can't go to a zoo. I'm not a fan of the zoo." Paul Ross will be on at 1 o'clock, 1 till 5. You can listen on DAB, download the app, or go to talkradio.co.uk. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, James. We will be back tonight at 10 o'clock. Until then, from us, ta-ta.